That doesn't count. I did not mute it. I did not mute it.
You didn't unmute it?
I did not mute it. I'm okay.
Is it unmuted now?
It's unmuted now.
Hello, thank you for joining us for Good Morning RPG. My name is Leia, and I have something stuck in my eye now. And that's Matt making faces, because...
I didn't mute it.
Is it unmuted now?
It's unmuted now. Yeah, it's been unmuted
Okay.
It's been unmuted when you did the second one. I'm okay. Oh, boy. Oh!
Oh! Oh! Top secret, do not redeem.
Oh, you can't hear the music. Also, you just saw a lizard fucking jump all the way down as that like flickered back.
Oh!
Yeah, he was just like, he fucking rocketed down. There must be a cricket that was like going around. It was like, mine.
I did happen to look at the stream just as the lizard was careening down.
They weren't falling down. They just rocketed down.
Shot themselves.
Yes, thank you for these top secret do not redeem. I hoped you liked it. Leia, does that play the audio cue for you as well?
I would have to go back and take a look.
When it's
do
like,
you want me to do that?
No, as in like it should play through my mic for you.
Oh no, then no. Sorry.
Ow.
Ow.
I wonder if you can play that via... Oh, you can. I'm going to make it play through my chat mic. All right. It made my morning brighter. Yes, that is the secret redeem that we have now. And a funky little guy will grace your day and give you the finger. That same little guy, there's a second little guy somewhere in the scene. And you need to find him with the webcam on BRB screens. So when we have ad breaks now, I'm going to put that little game on, and you got to find the cat. Can we still do that redeem, like the top secret one, or is that still on cooldown? Okay, we'll be back in a second. So Leia, you should be able, I'm going to put it on again. You get a freebie.
Okay. All right.
And now you should hear it.
Nope.
God damn it. Why does that not come through?
I don't know.
Oh, well. It should play a funky little boo-boo-doo-boo-doo. When you see it come up next, quickly press unmute on the stream, because it's funny.
Right.
Alright. How's everyone doing today?
Hello.
I have new baking paper. How are you doing, by the way?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
I feel like my fingers are gonna fall off from touching so much cardboard.
I was about to say, it's not cold for you, though.
No, we actually have, we had a heat advisory last week. And then we just had another heat advisory that is supposed to go until tomorrow.
Is that like a hot weather warning type situation?
Yeah. Like, don't spend too much time outside. And it's gonna suck, especially since tomorrow is our Independence Day. So, people are gonna...
That fireworks scare the dogs day, right?
I'm not excited. So it's actually, like, my cats hate fireworks.
Most animals do.
So, like, I always feel so bad for my animals when people are in a neighborhood. Well, people are setting off fireworks in our neighborhood over the weekend. Like...
Yeah. And you just know they're not having, like... It's not an early celebration for them either, right? They're gonna do it on the day as well.
Oh, yeah.
Are fireworks legal to buy?
It depends on what state you're in.
Yeah, okay.
I think it is legal in my state. Because we get those like little like
Them little
we get those like pop up. They look like little box cars.
and they've got firework on them.
That like sell fireworks out of them.
That's fair. Yeah, I actually can't think of any states here. Australians, help me out here, but I don't know if there are any states here that you can buy them at all, like without applying to the government.
You also like there is like a lot of regulations on what kinds of fireworks that you can buy.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I know I think in the state of Virginia where I'm at, you can't buy anything that goes off the ground.
Yeah.
So
You
I think
can't
it's the same for Pennsylvania.
Go off the ground. Okay, yeah. I get you.
Yeah, like they're the ones that like you can set on the ground and they like fountain and stuff like that, but you can't like buy the ones that like shoot off into the sky.
Oh, okay. They have a fire. Oh, Darwin, you can. Okay. You can firework now where it's legal to set them off.
What are you painting?
Oh, this is a storm.
Who is that?
That's a Stormcast from Age of Sigmar.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, you've not seen these?
No.
Dude, this is Age of Sigmar Space Marines. They're literally just big armored. They're Space Marines with fantasy.
Dudes.
Like literally, they were like, we need a good guy faction, the one that everyone's gonna have to buy every edition, and you're gonna end up with a shitload. That's Stormcast Eternals.
Ooh, very cool.
That's the one that Jess collects a lot. Well, and she just bought the Jess by herself. I didn't put in for this one. Bought the entirety of the 4th edition starter box for Age of Sigmar. So she's gonna have 70 minis between the rats and the Stormcast she's getting. I mean, to be fair, 45 of them, more than half, are the rats, much like the Tyranids one.
Yeah.
Shitloads and shitloads of rats. I think you get 40 like basic guys. Emily, Demigod Life is good. I haven't had a second recording session yet. I'm waiting on my dates for that, and I would really like to have another one, but I have not got one yet. But we've been talking in the character art area today, and I was like talking about how I want my character to be. So my wife in game is like this super big, in classic fashion, and I didn't even have anything to do with the creation of this character, but the wife character of my character is a buff orc fighter tactician, and I'm a sad boy bard rogue. And we were making the joke of like, what if Kitty was holding up Valdoris bridal style? And I'm like, you just know that Valdoris is also gonna be being a bit showy with that, so he's gonna be like the girl being like, with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I posted some images. The image that I had was the one, it was like some fan art from Good Omens of Crowley
Aziraphale and
Aziraphale and Crowley, yeah.
Aziraphale.
Yeah, and they're holding each other, and then like I've got another one where it's like a dancer's dip type thing, but holding them bridal style.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, people are like, that's a power pose, love it. And then we were in the game as well. As like, so I think someone was like drawing their art, and they went, "Oh my god!" Like Aurora, who plays Kitty, was like, "Oh my god, that character art is gorgeous." And they're like, "Aren't you a matched? You're married, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, but we can appreciate the attractiveness of others. And I was like, yeah, Valdoris and Kitty are the kind of relationship, because we've been together 23 years. I can imagine that we're one of those couples who are both secure enough to discuss with each other the hotness of others without jealousy. And like, my love, did you see them? They are absolutely stunning. And then like cut to Kitty and she's like, if you didn't say anything, I was about to.
I love that. I love that dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, the little no, stay. And then someone in response to that comment was like, I want to be their friend. But yeah. Oh, the no don't go speech. Yeah, thank you. That was a good moment. Hey Tanuki, how you doing? We're doing good. We're classically the first half an hour of the stream's always just talking shit.
We're gonna just spend the most amount of time talking and hanging out, and then maybe we'll do something. Maybe. I did do a thing. Look, I did this thing. I made a rainbow.
Chainmail? Is that no?
Gay mail?
Chainmail? mental math, like that works, right? Brain rot. Yeah, fair enough.
What was it? There's one of my players in one of my D&D games that hates that I call one of the characters a Claridon.
Cleric paladin?
Because he's a cleric paladin. So they're like, every time you say Claridon, I think you're thinking like Claridon, like the allergy med. And I was like, he is your medical professional.
That's funny. That's great.
It's like anytime somebody's like, I think I'm gonna do this thing, and he'll be like, as your medical professional, I would ask you not to do that.
That's
thing.
so good. I love those combo classes where you're like a barbarian or like a Sawlock or something like that, or a I don't know all of them, but there's one where it's like a druid.
I mean,
it's like the animal rager or something like that, where it's like druid barbarian.
A barbarian.
A barbarian. I was like, there's a word for it.
Barbarian.
There's a word for that.
All the best streams spend the first hour just chatting in any other category.
Every time. I feel like love all my friends for that.
But I mean, we're Good Morning RPG. We're talking about RPGs.
It's a talk show. And I mean, this whole show, it's a talk show with an activity, you know? Like,
yeah, we
got this here.
This is really us pushing each other to do the stuff that we don't want to do by ourselves.
Emily, I'm doing crimes. I am so behind because I was in Adelaide all last weekend and didn't watch a damn video in my life. But yeah, no, I need to catch up. I am desperately struggling to keep up with both the Discord and the in-game. Tanuki says, oh my goodness. I like to bully my partner and tell him he's just a just chatting streamer at heart because it takes him on average an hour to actually play a game on stream. Emily, can you link me like the time code for it and I'll watch it like the last half hour of episode 5? All right, I got you. By the way, if you need context, Emily is talking about Castleton, which her and I are both on, along with 150 other content creators, like literally all playing a D&D character in this game. It's over on Winter's Tales, and picture like a cross section between Bridgerton and the Hunger Games, with 150 creators both killing each other, talking shit, discussing tea, and I think we're about to all go on dates this week.
Oh, goodness.
I just sent some letters to people in game, and I am starting to get my scheduling happening. So it's been fun. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to give a little shout out over there. It's over on AJ Winter's channel, Winter's Tales. So it's a fun time. There are so many wonderful characters. Emily has a wonderful character, and there has been I don't want to spoil it, but Peter must be protected at all costs, and if you watch episode 1 or 2, whichever one of those episodes it's in, you will know why Peter must be protected at all costs. They are a sweet bean. They cannot do wrong as far as we're all concerned, and in before they do something terrible.
So, like, speaking of, like, I feel like I'm super behind on the trend. But speaking of watching things, you know what I got into? Well, we finished the season last night, but finally we started watching Delicious in Dungeon.
Ooh, yeah. Have you finished it now?
I finished it now.
Do you love how the first half of the season is just like fun cooking show? Second half is just like, oh my god.
It's like,
oh my god.
It's funny because like we'll be watching it and something super violent happens and my partner just leans over to me and goes, I keep forgetting that this is like an anime.
Yeah, it's like, but it's also like
I forget sometimes.
Apparently also, well, I mean, not apparently, it's so obvious how like neurodivergently coded the show is. Like,
oh yeah.
Fucking Lyros, man. Like, and none of this is in a derogatory way. It's all in like a fuck yeah, representation is good, but also done in like a realistic way kind of thing.
So like I thought it was I thought it was funny. We were watching one of the episodes where like you see one of the older characters show up. Hello. Hi, you're very close. Hello, thank you. Goodbye. Go! Oh, kiss! The people demand it! Come back!
We want kiss!
Oh, he's running away from me. He doesn't love me. Oh, it was like when one of the characters comes back and is like describing how he doesn't like Lyos is so awkward, and I'm like, we're sitting there at the finish of that game, and we're like, did they basically just say Lyos is like borderline autistic? Like,
yeah. Like I think that was the.
And I was like, but like I think they did it in like a really like, this isn't a bad thing. It's just like he can't tell. He's just him.
Yeah. They do that a few times in the show, but like they specifically that was like the biggest hint drop, you know?
Yeah. But we've really enjoyed it. I actually had a couple of my players from one of my paid games was like, oh, if you haven't gotten into it, you should do it, because we recently started doing a dungeon, and they started making jokes about like, hey, how do you think a troglodyte would taste? And I'm like, I am not going down this line of inquiry. At
one point, I made like a little kobold character last year before I'd watched Delicious in Dungeon, and I'd made a little kobold chef, and he's a blade singer, and he pulls out little knives for his daggers, and he's basically a teppanyaki wizard. And then Dungeon Meshi came out, and then I played him again recently. And what ended up happening was I just started playing Dungeon Meshi with my character. And I would collect ingredients, and then I'd put them all into a thing. And then while we were playing, I'd write a little recipe. And then I'd be like, okay, so we're going to get the mushrooms, and they're glowing, and we're going to mix it with the poison. And then we wash the poison off. It's going to make a really delicious glaze. And then if you cast the fire spell on the mushroom, it will grill them. And then, like, it'd be like a whole process.
Oh my goodness.
So it's but like yeah, a kobold,
it's sorry. Love.
Yeah, it's like a cute little Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb voice.
Yeah.
I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. When you started the Taz podcast, it began with funny shenanigans, but by the end of the podcast, you said, is that the balance arc? Because that is still the best thing they've done. Because not only was it like one of the first truly wonderful D&D podcasts, it was also so tight. It was genuinely well written and so satisfying in its payoff. And I think that's one of the out of so many wonderful shows, that one is like, I think it's because it's like one of the first that did it so well that it sticks. Because there've been wonderful ones since, but that's like the lighthouse at the start of the bay, you know. If you haven't had a chance, the Adventure Zone podcast has been around since like 2014. and their very first arc called the Balance Arc, which has also got a comic book series now. They've been like drawing it into comic book form, and it still reads and the story still works like it does in the main podcast. The main podcast is always the way to go with it, because they also have a completely original soundtrack. The DM literally goes and makes the music custom for each episode.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out, especially if it's got like a graphic novel type format. That's always the easiest format for me to get through.
Yeah.
So I'll have to check it out. That sounds super cool.
It's super fun. I think if you're gonna do it, listen to the podcast first, and then read the arc of that arc that they've done straight after. Because they start off in the starter set originally. Like, you know, as comedians do, it gets off the rails and then it does its own thing. But the very first arc is called There Be Gerblins or something, and they go through Cragmore Cave. Like from the very, very first 5th edition starter set. So I think it was like...
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. And then from there, they do their own thing. But man, it's good. And like, they even tie in to the stupid jokes they made in the Gerblins arc in a way that loops into the overall story. Like, the writing is retroactively including the shit from that season in a really good way. Here There Be Gerblins, it's called. Really good stuff. Nice. I've genuinely considered re-listening to that. And that's the only D&D show I've ever considered doing that for. Other than my own shit that I have to keep rewatching in the edit.
It's been hard for me to sit down and listen to stuff, especially since whenever I listen to stuff, I have to be like 100% I have to be able to concentrate on it 100%. Like, I can't be doing something else. If I'm like, I don't know, I'm weird.
I'm sensing ADHD, baby.
It's ADHD, yeah. It's like when Alex listens to TikToks while I'm trying to read, I'm like, I'm going to stab you.
Oh yeah, Jess can't
I was
hear.
Here first.
Jess can't hear if someone's behind her.
It needs to be quiet if I'm gonna like read. If I'm gonna listen to any like audiobooks or anything like that, I can't like read a text message or do math. Like, if I do any of that, then whatever I just read in the audiobook is gone.
Yeah. I typically what I do, I typically drive a lot for work to go to people's houses. So I will usually put on, because like that's like anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, and it'll be that's the travel, and then usually you get most of the way through one in that instance.
Okay.
So hopefully I can usually finish one in that time. That's if I'm not listening to something else. But I also admit I haven't listened to a podcast in some time, because I put a video essay on YouTube and just like locked the phone, because I got that feature that lets you lock it and keep playing it.
We love a video essay.
Oh yeah. A 90-second ad break is starting. Well, when that does start, I'm going to put on the little cat game for you, and you can control the webcam with your channel points. So enjoy that while it comes up. I'm going to switch over the channel points now so you can see them. And you should be able to control them now. Yeah, there they go. Oh, they're both there now. Look at that. Look at that.
Lizards.
Babies. I know the lizards are great, but you have a chance to use your channel points to find the cat in the background, and you gotta point the camera over there to find out where it went. All right, let's go to the ad break. We'll be back soon. we're back. We're back.
Realize that. I don't have any music.
You don't have any music.
I don't have any music.
You don't have any music. Well.
No.
Well.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to try and start creating this color scheme. Now, Jess was talking about it the other day, and I don't know if she's going to actually do it, but as in, like, she hasn't decided on it rather than she won't do it at all. It would be like, I want to make a color scheme based on the Iron Lords from Destiny 2. Or at least make a tester color scheme. So, you know, you can see in my little preview window, it's kind of like bronzy brass looking armor. And then the fabric is like a green and black and sometimes got white trim, but mostly like this green color. And then, you know, the spot colors are like silver and white type thing. And then like any leathers are like black or really dark brown. So that's the route I was going to go for. So right now, most of the color scheme is green and brass. So I'm going to at least work on that for some of today. And I think this green is the one, or it might be, yeah. I also play,
Oh, yeah.
I would say Destiny 2 is like my main game. Yeah, one of these two greens, you know? So...
I have started so many video games recently because
yeah.
I just I don't know what to do. Cause still waiting for the Diablo season, the new Diablo season to start next week. Ooh, I'm gonna say the one on the right.
Yeah, I think the slightly more saturated green's the way to go.
Kind of shade down really well too.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like waiting for the new Diablo season to start up, and I like played a bunch of Grounded, and now I'm kind of like, I don't really want to play that much.
Brassy color's gonna work well.
I messed around with Minecraft a little bit.
Minecraft? Oh yeah, you say you play a lot of Minecraft from time to time.
I do play a lot of Minecraft. I think at some point I would like to play. I want to give a big shot to my. I want to do like a big master build at some point.
We could start. I mean, if you want to, we could totally do like a community server because Jess loves playing a bit of Minecraft as well.
I would love that.
Do like a little Discord community server.
They did like a really cool. They did like a big update where they did some more stuff with copper that I messed around with in the like experimentals, where like you can make copper windows now that are fucking see-through, and they look like, oh, they're so freaking cool, and like doors and light.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played Minecraft in at least 10 years, so I do not know what's in that game anymore.
So much stuff. Okay, I will give you the
Crack
laydown.
at your neck in anticipation for the conversation. Let's go.
Oh man. All right, so first off, I think the big one that got released recently was oh gosh, it's caves. Oh, there's another word.
Like caves and caverns?
Caves. It might have been caves and caverns, which made the regions like super mountainous. There's like a way more mountainous areas because like inevitably there are these like huge it like created more differentials in biomes. So like you'll be on a mountain and you could dig into the mountain, and now there's like a massive cavern on the inside with like they've got lush caverns which have like some unique berries, and they now have moss, which moss is super great if you want to clear shit out fast.
I have alphabetized my moss. No, that's not what you do. You do it by taste. You know that one? They're having the moss argument again. I heard it here. Hold on, let me find it.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's two kobolds arguing over like moss etiquette. It's very funny.
Okay. Let's see. That was caves and caverns. Caves and caverns. Another big one is they added cherry blossoms.
Oh, yeah?
I feel like Jess would appreciate this on a level that like I appreciate this.
Yeah.
So cherry blossom trees now. So first of all, the biome has like stuff that falls. It's like cherry like tree like petals falling constantly.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And then like these cute little what's the word?
Yes.
Flowers. Oh my god. Flowers on the ground. It is so pretty. The wood is pink. And it makes like all these really cool, like very Japanese style like doors and trap doors. You can now make bamboo into like bamboo slats and like it's very, you don't know what there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff, Matt. I can't even describe it all. It's so cool.
I'm okay with that.
And it is like it's my comfort game.
I found the moss thing. Found the moss thing.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. Have I got a desktop thing? Yeah, I do. Sweet.
Let me unmute my my thing here.
Let me mute the music real quick. All right, there we go. So this is the Kobold Moss comic that I was talking about.
Okay.
Let me just give it a little play.
What are you doing with that moss? Sorting it.
Okay, hold on. Is this a good volume?
What are you doing with that moss?
Okay, I need to turn that up. Turn that up.
What are you doing with that moss?
Sorting it
Sorting it how?
by taste.
I sort it by color.
Well, I sort it by its taste.
That is not how you're supposed to do it.
I am the moss collector this month. I sort the mosses how I please.
You are a lousy moss collector. You do not deserve the duty.
You are just jealous. You are jealous that I am moss collector and you are not.
You are unfit, undeserving. I have seen more mosses than you will ever see.
Then I have tasted more mosses than you can even imagine.
You're having the moss argument again.
I actually hate it here.
How wonderful is that?
I fucking love that. That was so funny.
Yeah. And they're having the moss argument again. I hate it here.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Matt, what should I make?
Wonderful
What
stuff.
am I making today? Behold my rainbow.
I don't know.
These are all the colors that I can make things out of.
What
I
about?
could...
I genuinely
Thanks.
got nothing. I have
Thanks
no
for
idea.
that. I was like,
What
I
about?
was counting on you. I do actually. Now that I have pliers, I do want to fix this real quick because this is gonna bug me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bottom came out. First of all, funny story.
Yeah.
So this is Matt was telling me, he's like, hey, remember back all those years ago when like chainmail or like scale mail bags used to be real big? I was like, oh, you mean like this? Like this thing I made? This chainmail bag? But I haven't decided. This is just like a makeshift drawstring for now. Till I figure out something cooler to do. But then I found out the bottom broke out.
Oh no.
Oh wait, the bottom is back.
You should fix that.
It's like the little. It looks like, oh, you know, I probably need a heavier ring. Look how deformed this ring became. Working full-time means I have so much less time for games, and I usually want to play my games on stream, but I can't stream as often as I don't play games often. Whole sad cycle. Really want to do this whole...
That is such a thing. Yeah.
It's actually funny is like I've talked to Matt a bunch that I do like I wish I could stream my games. I would absolutely be that person to like stream my games, but the problem is my PlayStation is down where like cuz I play video games with my partners.
There's
all the time.
There's a program called Lightstream that'll let you do that. and it like you can stream from the PlayStation to Twitch or your platform, and then it'll like intermediary go through Lightstream and add an overlay onto it.
But like, I think my only problem with that is I would be in like the common area of my house.
Yeah, that would
and,
be
like,
that would be the only thing.
I guess like my problem is this is gonna sound really not awesome. I don't like taking up that much space. It feels very selfish.
Oh, that doesn't say that.
No,
that's considerate
no one has
more
said
than
that
anything.
to me.
That's considerate more than anything.
No one has said that I am taking up space, but I feel like I'm taking up unnecessary space.
Yeah. Tanuki, by the way, in Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, you literally that's a thing. That's like something that exists. I mean, I don't know if they're pretending to be a dragonborn, but there's like official art of kobolds in a trench coat. I totally know how taking up space feels when even nobody is telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I know that. It's like when is it like the same feeling when you're like in line doing something, like serving yourself at a checkout, and you're trying to do it as fast as possible?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Yeah. I hate self-checkout for that very reason.
I love self-checkout. I want to talk to fucking anybody. But I had to be very okay with not with taking my time. But yeah, there were three kobolds in a trench coat.
I can't get this in here, but I also don't. Strangely enough, I can't get. Will a die fall through that? A die will absolutely fall through that. So, funny story from these. So this like gorgeous. This is mirror finish scale mail. You want to know why I have a bunch of mirror finish scale mail?
Why?
Because I had some girl that I used to work with when I worked at a fabric store who was a cosplayer. She's like, hey, you know how to do chainmail stuff, right? And I was like, yeah, I do. What's up? She's like, could you make me a Red Sonja costume?
Hey.
And I was like, I don't know if I can make the whole costume because like I know that she's got like leather straps and stuff. She's like, okay, cool. Can you make like the little triangles for me? And I was like, absolutely. She's like, cool. Here's $300 for materials and your time. Let me know when you need me to try it on. And I was like, okay. So I have a whole bunch of mirror finish scale mail left over.
Damn, dude. Damn, Daniel.
It looked good too. I got to see the pictures. She's like, "Oh, here's the pictures if you want to post these on your stuff to like give yourself some credit." And I was like, I can't post these anywhere."
Are they
but
naughty?
Thanks.
Naughty. I mean, Twitter would let you do that.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
I'm so close to be able to start painting. I got one more thing I want to show off because I'm very proud of them. And okay, I got three things, a few things, but they're all like a couple seconds each. If you saw the stream on Tuesday, I was making animations for our player title cards, also known as like supers. And I posted one of them on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh, that's really cool."
Mm-hmm.
I have since made two more of the other characters, and I want to just like show like the updated version because the one on Twitter is not as updated. And then our editor came back and they sent me a banger of an edit clip that they did, and it's like gonna be probably one of the early promos for the thing. I will warn you, it is talking about dead parents. But context-wise, it's in a lighthearted way. And I genuinely have been laughing like out loud snickering at it all yesterday. So,
all right, show it to us.
Okay, so here's the super. I'll preface it saying the preview clip for chapter 5 is the very last clip I have to show. So the first three are this animation. They don't have any sound if you are wondering. This one's the first one I did.
Hi,
Hello,
Gemma.
chat. Why are they not playing? It's not. Okay,
Ugh.
weird.
Eyes.
Why are these not playing?
Oh.
Okay, so maybe if I open them in. Maybe if I open this in Firefox or Chrome.
Oh, no.
Hey, there it is. All right. Yes, if you can see the tab title, it's called Dad's Dead. And the supers. All right, so this will work better. I think this will show correctly. Okay, so here's the first one. This one's the one that I did on Twitter, but I updated a little bit. Is chop, bam. You got the character coming up. It's doing a little animation.
Ooh.
The leaves flowing.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then, like, so the thing I added was, like, the dice getting tossed up. Elliot and I were working on that. So it goes, whoop, chop. And getting all that timing right. What did I use for this? It's all Premiere. I cannot use After Effects because I didn't learn it. So it's all Premiere. In terms of, like, the art and stuff, these are all existing assets I had. And I have a Video Hive, like, animation assets pack. So I didn't draw any of this. I simply did all the motion and animation. But motion and animation works really well when you have good art assets is the key there. So here's the second one that I did for George's character. Same thing. Pop. It's mostly the characters start changing. You know, he's an edgelord character, so we made him look all powerful. And then the last one... Let me put this music back on. And the last one is Brendan's one for his Paladin Chelsea of the Broken Promise. Boop. Oh, with this one, you'll see that the dice looks different too. Elliot, 8-Bit Elliot, very kindly was like, hey, can I have that dice? Because he was like... We were talking the other day, and he was like, the dice art style doesn't match the kind of more cartoony, graphic-y comic style of the other characters. So he literally went last night and just traced over the dice and created an art asset for it. So massive thank you and shout out to 8-Bit Elliot there for that one. So this is the only one with the newest dice so far. I haven't replaced the asset, but this is how it goes. Chop, and it looks a little different. Same animation because it's the same size and everything. And, you know, I was trying to mimic a divine smite with her weapon. Yeah, just like small little things. They'll pop up like where the players' names are. And then here's the last one. I call this one Dead Dad. And this is a 50-second clip from the new season. And the desktop audio is on. Let me just give this a play. Fair warning, once again. For context, we are talking about dead parents and dead family members in a fun way.
Oh, no. Sorry, I was going to make my dad dead joke. My mum's dead.
My dad's dead. My grandma died. Just got paid inheritance as well.
Oh, that must be nice.
It was great. I can pay off my car.
Oh my god. I didn't get inheritance when my mum died.
There was not much left on the car.
That thing's worth money.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You got stiff.
My grandfather died and I didn't get anything.
Oh, I'm talking like I'm paying like $1,000 off my car.
We're very sorry you lost your grandmother. Sorry that we all went in on the inheritance thing.
Yeah. That was fun.
It's okay. It happened last year. I processed it healthily now.
Oh, you're over it.
Yeah. No, it's like grandma died last week.
Oh, okay. Well, then you get to.
How's that money? I got money. $100 bill, y'all.
My
Anyway.
I was like, love the zoom up on your face, and you're like, yeah.
Editor cooked on that one, right? I just love the get that money.
Oh my goodness.
So Lena on the left there is a comedian in Melbourne. and so like having her on set for this story, just I don't know. I had such fun bantering, and it kind of shows that everyone's just having a really fun time with this season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it will when I put it up there. I'm probably gonna make this as like one of the main, one of the first promos we put up there, because we're like he's already doing like the notes and stuff for it. But fuck, I was laughing. I've watched that like 10, 15 times at this point. Every time I'm just like, get that money.
I get that though, because I remember the first time we edited together. Well, I think it's the only promo we have for Good Morning RPG. I every once in a while put that back on just because it's so funny.
Which the dragons? Which one?
Our only Good Morning RPG like promo vid. We are shouting about dragons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like, I think one of my favorite parts is us just like making noises about.
Yeah. I ruined it. Yes, no, I do know that one. Yeah, no, I'm very fond of some of these stupid clips coming out of this thing. I'm also glad we got this editor. Like, you know, we're depleting the funds quite quickly, but it's getting done, and episode 1 is like in a very good spot. That's why I've been making all these supers and stuff, because it's like the time where everything's nearly done. And I've also started looking at some After Effects composition stuff as well, to make like a picture storybook thing. And I've talked to the artist that we had for chapter 4, and she's going to help us make another poster, because she was really good and did the last one for us. Actually, if you want to see that poster, check the description. Our About page has the old poster where it says all our other things. That's the poster for chapter 4 with all of our characters.
I love that one.
Yeah, it's
so cool.
Such a good piece of key art. Yeah. That's the other one. Also, check out the description. I updated every one of the cards down there. We got the rules one, we got the subscribe. Okay, they all should link through to something if you want to do that. You know, there's also some music links. You can check out the stuff that L&L Covers has created for us in a specific Spotify playlist that we will keep updating that has all of our original music. Chapter 5 also has a complete original soundtrack, but it's not out yet, so we haven't put it up there. So there's just the Teens in Space and the Zephyr Storm theme songs in there right now. And then L&L also has a card specifically to his page where all of his music sits. He's got some really cool stuff like he's got the red and blue metal and lo-fi cover albums in there that are very, very good. You should check them out. But yeah, I'm going to actually start painting something because it's 11 o'clock and we've been streaming for about an hour in classic fashion.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm liking the stuff that we're doing at the moment. I really want it to come out, I guess. Never heard of this painting thing. What is that? But where's this music that I had on? I'm loving this.
Sorry.
What's up?
I'm just like making noises. Oh, you don't know what?
What?
You don't know what?
What?
You don't know what? You don't know what?
What?
Ooh. Give me. What's the name of the color scheme you're using? Color scheme you're using.
No idea, man. I've just chosen Destiny 2 Iron Lords, but there are many Iron Lords color schemes. Oh yeah, Tanuki, you play Destiny, so I'm literally going to paint an Iron Lord color scheme on this Stormcast. I can't remember if I said that while you were in here. So on this guy here, because Jess is considering doing an Iron Lord color scheme for her army that she's just ordered, so I'm wondering, like, I personally was like, what's that going to look like? So I like doing like tester color schemes.
Because I was like, ooh, I've got this like very greeny color and this like some like cool, like what if I did something that kind of coincided with what you're making right now?
Yeah, so like green, black, white brass would be really nice.
Green, black, white.
Oh, Jess is sending. Oh,
and
Jess is sending me
bronze.
pictures. I've got the actuals. All right, hold on.
Ooh, the actuals.
I got the ones she was looking at. Okay, hold on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna pull these into.
Yeah.
Pull these into my photos. Yum, 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 yum.
Oh yeah, kind of like a brassy silver look. She's got the one I've already got. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, I like that. I'm not freehanding any of that. Okay, well, some of those are hard to do. Yeah, because I've got some Iron Lord stuff. She's got one of the ones that I have. Specifically, the one that's on screen now is one of the ones she linked to me.
Okay.
And then,
Because like I've got, like I think it's this like champagne is like that silvery. It's a little bit more. Specifically, this is my favorite fact about this
it'll be
champagne
this
color that I.
that's the color.
Where
If you need a reference for the
It
brass.
needs to show up on Twitter event or Twitch. La 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 la. The stream just taking a second.
That's all good.
Oh, that's like my. I've got this. It's called bronze. It's kind of like browny.
Yeah, this one's like a bronzy brass, like an earthy kind of tone. Yeah, that would
It looks
work.
like
Even desaturate
like very-
that slightly as well.
Because I also have. This is the champagne.
Oh, that would probably work. Both of those
Okay,
together
that's
would be
what
the
I thought.
colors. Yeah.
I think that would be really. Oh, this with like the green and then some silver and a little bit of black. Okay, all right. So
You got
first of all,
this.
my fun fact. So see this cool champagne color? So the place that I buy these is called the Ring Lord.
The Ring Lord.
And they're called the Ring Lord. They're a Canada-based words.
Yeah.
A Canada-based company. That was the word I was looking for. This is they made all of the chainmail for the elves in the original Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
This champagne is the color that was used for the elven chainmail in all of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Damn.
Leia's
why it
very
looks so
proud
nice.
of this.
I can hear
It
the
does, yeah.
inspiration.
Because then I got this like gorgeous. So is it like a green? Like should I throw in like? Because these are so funny story. These are my two favorite combinations. Is this like straight up green?
Yeah, they're like,
with the champagne.
It's like a green and gold color scheme, honestly. Like if you're going with Aussie
It's
looking
like-
stuff.
If we wanted to, like, I've got like a desaturated green. This is mint.
So this one's more like a forest evergreen.
Okay, so we're gonna keep the original green, and then we've got our black, and then this is bright silver. Very self-explanatory, super bright silver.
So okay, I've got some more. I've got some of the pictures Jess sent
Black.
now. So
Yeah.
looking at this is kind of what we're looking at. So the
Authentic.
silver's that brassy color because it's just shiny and the ray tracing is doing its thing. But
Okay.
so this is more of the color accurate version. So it's
Okay.
kind of like that.
So
It's
I
that
want the
elven one, kind of a mix
Yeah.
between the elven one and the brass one you've got there.
yeah, so we're gonna go with the champagne.
So like these are the
We're gonna
three
go with the
images.
champagne.
These are the three images
And-
she
oh,
sent me.
that's
This
the
one,
black.
this one, and this one.
So our champagne, our black. I've got bright silver, and then this nice like evergreen. Look at those babies.
The silver's definitely like the least amount of metallic on there, I will say, because it's like chainmail under their armor type thing.
I was thinking like it's gonna be, I think, mostly this champagne and green with like maybe a stripe or two of the black and silver.
That's actually perfect. Yeah.
Is there a chance that you could
Do you want
put
those
one of
images?
those in maybe like live chat?
I will put all of these in the Discord, and if anyone wants to...
Just because they're like this big.
Yeah, that's fair. If anyone wants to join us in the Discord, it is public Discord. You are more than welcome. We do stuff in there from time to time. We play a lot of Destiny in there, actually. Okay, so I'm going to pop these images in there for you. All right, so there's the Hunter ones.
Ooh.
I don't have the other ones as an image to upload, but maybe I can grab this one.
Okay, it's all good.
Oh, no, I can grab those. All right, here's the other one that Jess referenced. So there.
Oh, these are perfect.
Yeah, so they're the ones that I've been referencing on stream.
Oh, those are perfect. That's like a cream.
Cream? The one on the cloak?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the way it's shining. It's supposed to be metallic.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, all right. Ooh. Okay. What if?
What you cooking?
Let's see here.
Cooking
So
something.
I'm trying to decide what kind of design I want to do. And I was thinking
a light base.
if I wanted to do like a traditional, like, what we would consider European style, which is a 4-in-1. That's like one ring with 4. It's like what you would normally associate chainmail. That's like what chainmail is. It's European style weave.
If this helps your decision making, the Iron Lords are basically some of the very first Guardians. They're actually called Risen back then. And they are basically like Destiny's equivalent of knights, like in armor, because a lot of their theming is that in their armor style. You can probably see it a little bit in this in these styles. Like, it looks a bit medieval, you know.
So like I was trying to decide, do I have an example of it? I think somewhere.
This green is doing a classic dark color on a light undercoat problem that I really, really dislike. It'll look good later, though.
I've got lots of chainmail references. Okay, so for instance, what?
I was just about to say, while I'm thinking about it, the other thing that I like about this scheme is that I've got the metal color for the majority of the armor. I actually have a spray in that color, so we can get ahead of a lot of the base coating.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So these are kind of the options that I'm thinking. So this is what is called a 4-in-1 European. It is every one of these central links is connected to 2 outer links. This is kind of what you would normally see on in movies where there are knights in chainmail armor. It would just keep going and going and going and going. This is just a bracelet, so it's just 3 lines.
Yeah.
Then there is, this is 6-in-1. It's a little bit more durable because it's got way more chainmail.
That's rigid.
So, and this is actually that green with the champagne already. So this is kind of like, I've done this theme. Yeah. I would just have to figure out where I want to put the black and silver. So I'm deciding on, do I want to do one of these 2, or I could do, this is the one that I wear. This is my wedding band. This is a bracelet. This is called a Byzantine or a bird cage. And I was thinking these are made up in these like little sections that go back and forth. And thinking like do a section of the gold and champagne and then like do the connectors as like silver and then black and then silver and then black. So like, do I want to do one of these? I know it's probably hard to it's hard to articulate because this is a much more detailed piece. I think I want to go with this though. I think I'm gonna make green. Sounds like it's gonna be the most.
Is cloth weird?
You're gonna make green the most used color?
I mean, so this specific Stormcast model is a bit different to other ones because the newer Stormcast designs, I'll pull it up. They don't actually have as much cloth on them. So it'll look more like the Iron Lords. So they're more like this. Where are they? Oh, gosh, where is it? Oh, here's a good example. That image looks like shit.
Seen those? Yeah, I've seen that style. Another piece of paper.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, so for chat, if you wanted to see, that's kind of the look. So it's like almost no cloth. Actually, looking at this is an. Just coincidentally, I didn't mean to do this. The inverse color scheme of this is actually pretty accurate. So brass armor with the green trim, almost. And then your hero figures have a lot more green on them. Once again, I have a weakness for that forest green color, as always, because I look at that and I'm like, fuck, that's nice.
This is same, because this is like my favorite style. This bracelet right here. This is like I've made this style so many times.
Like the green.
Because I love this color combo. This like green and champagne.
Well, they're complementary, aren't they? Or what's the thing? They're in the color wheel.
They're not complimentary.
Adjacent or the tri. I don't know the names, but I know why they work.
Mm-hmm. So now I just have to figure out how I want to put these together. I'm just touching stuff because the sound just feels nice.
Sound feels nice.
Yeah, can you hear that?
I can get behind it as well, I was gonna say. I actually don't think I need to do too much highlighting on this cloak because it already is the tone that I want it to end as. So I just need to darken it and then do some like contrast on the creating contrast. Like look at that.
Ooh,
like
yeah,
that is my mid-tone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm being super messy with it right now because I can just slop it on right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what do you think? Do you think then like more champagne, less green?
More champagne, less green. Right now, yes. Yeah. Green's like, I mean, if you wanted to make it look like, you know, you've got a center of reinforced armor surrounded by like a flowing green, you know. I don't know how you do that, but like the emulation of clothing.
Oh, I just thought of something cool. Can I do it?
Oh fuck, I nearly dropped that in the paint.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
This guy looks like I've just shoved his face in some green eggs and ham.
question is, do I just dump the silver and black to do the green? Oh. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I need a space for my book. I've never done this one before. I'm very excited. Leia's doing something new. Okay, so I need to do Okay, so we're gonna do yeah. I love when you have that, like, that brain. They're like, oh my god, I figured it out.
Yeah, that moment where it all clicks. NATO! NATO! How you bloody doing, mate?
Hey.
I'll play Warhammer with you, but I keep not having weekends at the same time.
So I guess we have to figure that out. Like, do we want to? Because I know we've talked about how I'm not going to be able to be here for the last week of July. Do we want to do Warhammer the next 2 weeks?
Next 2 weeks? Yeah, I'm always bloody down for a bit of hams.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last week that I have available for before stuff gets like packed up.
Yeah, that's fair.
And put away
we can play some
forever.
hams.
We'll play some hams.
That's fair. Oh, did you move, NATO? Did you move again? Or is this moving into the place you were moving into? I hope it went well either way. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Congrats, man.
Yeah. Congratulations, NATO.
On all of that. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. This green, I'm loving this green. I mean, it's all wet, so it's very shiny right now. Hold on, where's my other reference image?
Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me right now.
I am not. What? What's up?
No, sorry. I think I just heard fireworks going off.
Hiya. Is it the 4th? Oh, yeah. It'll be the 4th for you pretty soon, right?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, but do we stream over your midnight?
No. Till 11 p.m.
So an hour after that, all you're going to hear is pa, 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 pa.
No, hopefully not.
Hopefully not, but they sure might. It was also about financial stuff of having it low, so not joining the shitty, overcosted rental system and fucking over my renter, but also, you know, not putting me in debt. Yeah, don't put yourself in debt, but I'm so acutely aware of how much real estate's, because they were doing it to my mum as well, and they were trying to be like, but you could get this much for it, and she's like, no, I you know, she's like, I'm gonna put it through a rental thing, but like, as long as it's making sure I don't, like, as long as it makes sure I don't, it doesn't cost me money, that's all I care. And you know, the house is basically covering itself plus a little bit more. You're one of the good landlords, NATO. You're one of the good ones. Quote $650 a week? What did you end up with? Yeah, because like I don't want to, not shitting on your place, but like, it's not big enough to quote that, right? Or is that Perth pricing for you? Because you're not like yeah. I'm not like gonna say any locations or anything, but like, yeah, just knowing, because we stayed there. That's Perth pricing? Fucking hell, dude. Because I would consider you a similar distance from the city as Jess and I from Melbourne. And I don't even think ours would be that high. It might be now. But in terms of like value for money spent, like if I was spending $650 a week, I would expect at least 3 to 3.5 bedrooms for that price. Because what? That's like
I'm sorry.
$2,600 a month. What's up?
Hold on, I have to do some math.
A house, not a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, I would expect a house for $650 a week. You can go out to Bacchus Marsh near us, and one of my games that I was playing at, their house is worth over $1 million, I'm pretty sure, and they were only going to charge like $500 to $600 a week themselves for like a 5-bedroom. What's up?
So the house that I'm about to move into is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and we're paying $2,700
US. Get fucked. Really?
Because of it's our proximity to Washington D.C. Yeah, because within like 30 minutes.
Look, our place. Wait, 30 minutes in traffic or not in traffic?
Not in traffic.
Okay, because we're about 30. We're just under 30 Ks to Melbourne City, and that's about half an hour on the freeway. Mm-hmm. And we are paying nowhere near that. Actually, I don't know. I really don't know. The housing market is so fucked. Yeah, out in Backy, you could. My game is considering moving to New Zealand and renting out the house they have, and they were saying it'd be like $500 to $600 a week for a fucking massive house. They have a family of 4, like 2 parents, 2 kids. They have the mum living in there as well, and they have a housemate. So 6 people in this place. And there's still enough space to have a room or more each. Friggin' massive out there. Bacchus Marsh, if Jess and I were to like buy a bigger place, it might be further out that way. Just based on how pricing is going.
I now know the song you're singing.
Yeah.
So, oh my god. Oh, we did talk about that co-op, right? That it's gonna it's got a co-op thing coming.
No. Or if we did, I don't remember.
So Cult of the Lamb is gonna be having a co-op mode added to its local co-op, not multiplayer online co-op. Couch co-op added to its game in August, and you get to play a little goat.
Oh no, I did see that trailer. Yeah, it looks cute as hell. Because I think Jess was like, "Do you want to play?" And I was like, "I don't know why. It's one of those games where it's like I really like it, but I don't know if I'll ever play it." Kind of game.
My partner was like, "Yeah, I would play that with you if it got multiplayer," and I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, I think it's because Jess and I, there's only like a certain amount of nights a week, and we end up just playing Destiny all the time anyway. But it might be nice having a second game.
It is like a little bit, I don't know, if you need something that's like a little bit more chill, I guess. My wife and I are going to move out with our kid to Tomstown.
Oh yeah, that's on north side from memory.
It's roughly somewhere like $500 to $550 a week out here. It's wild.
Yeah, Thomastown's actually still a decent way into the city as well. It's not like outskirts. Like, God, what's past Epping Way? That area.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna look like anything right now, but
oh yeah, Thomastown. You're just north of the highway. Yeah, so when you get like that ring road highway, I would consider anything like out on the outskirts of the highway, like away from the city. That's kind of the similar distance that I am. Because we're like one suburb removed like that. So we'd be in like Laylaw comparison to where you are in Thomastown if you were to go there. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they'd start getting cheaper out that way. That's the thing. It's going to be a big move, but look how fucking far Frankston is away from everything compared to Thomastown distance. Like, Frankston's probably going to be the same price or more expensive because it's a bit more of a populated area. Yet Thomastown and in the west where I am are going to be either the same price or cheaper for like half the distance. And it's just because Melbourne sprawls so far on the east side for no reason other than that's just the way it kept going. Sorry, not no reason, but like, I don't know. I just feel like the west and the north are just underutilized in this city. And it's all south and southeast. It's wild. It's because there's more beaches down that way, maybe, but like, I don't like the beach, so fuck that. I could, you know, I don't want to be salty and wet. Like, I like being wet, but I don't want to be salty. I like going for a swimmy, but I don't want to smell like seaweed.
Would you say there's more silver or more black in this?
I think
Trying to think
there's actually
of-
not much black on it at all. In the Hunter reference pic, I think it's the darkness of the image. But like, you go to the Warlock picture, which is the floaty guy, a lot of it's dark greens instead. Yeah, Melbourne is properly huge. We're the biggest in terms of population. We're now the biggest city in Australia. You know, in comparison to America, we've only got 5 million. But that's because Americans got like mega city-sized cities. You got like 25 million in one city in a couple places?
Couple places, yeah.
Wild. I can't fathom how... I think 5 million people's too many. Way too many.
Too many.
How many are
I
in
think there's
Washington?
too many people, period.
Yeah, what, you got like 300 million or something? More than that?
Hold on, let's do a quick Google. According to a 2022 survey,
Yeah.
671,803 people
In yours?
in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
So just over 500,000. But you have to understand Washington is a lot of like more, because it's the capital, there's like way more buildings and monuments per whatever. But like if we were to compare that to like, let's say New York City. Let's oop, I don't want tracking numbers. That's not what I want.
I've just updated myself. Melbourne and Sydney are neck and neck. Sydney is 5,400,000 and Melbourne is 5,200,000.
Okay. In the city of New York, there is 8.336 million people, according to a 2022 survey.
In where?
New York City.
8 million.
Wait, is that right? New York City.
I thought they were way more than that.
No.
Shit.
According to a 2024 survey, it is 7,931,147
Yeah,
people.
okay. More or less exactly 8 million. More or less 8 million.
8 million
That's wild.
people.
I thought they had like 10, 20. Is that London that's got 20? Where's got 20 million? Okay, so our only city is, I guess Australian Capital Territory is just the city. Our only city that has 500,000 is the Australian Capital Territory, which is Canberra. And that's got 466,000. And then the next biggest one is Greater Adelaide, which is 1.4 million.
Let's see here. So as of 2024, why is it started out with Cairo? Let's see. According to 2024 in April, Tokyo, Japan has 37.4 million people.
Fuck.
Delhi, India, 29.3. Shanghai, China, 26.3. Sao Paulo, Brazil, 21.8.
Damn.
Cairo, Egypt, 22.6. Mexico
Tank.
City, Mexico, 21.6.
Damn.
And Dhaka, Bangladesh, 23.9.
Damn.
So we're not up in there.
Damn, Daniel. Because I know Australia doesn't have... Yeah, so... Badger says Istanbul has the population of Australia, which is one city. Which is... Because Australia's only got like 30 million total people. So that means Japan's one city has more people in it than the entirety of our country.
Interesting. I have... There's another one in here that does say that New York City has 22 million people in it, and Osaka, Japan has 17. So New York City, I don't know. I don't know. The internet is telling me all kinds of things.
That's fair. We are going into a break very shortly, so I'm going to enable the cat game for everyone for a little bit.
The cat game!
Go to the toilet, take a drink, have a little game, and I'm going to switch over the channel points to let you control the camera with your channel points. Enjoy that, and we'll be back very shortly. See you later. What? Hey, we're back.
Hello. So just showing off to Matt what I'm working on. So this is called a triple point Byzantine. This is something I've never tried before. So it's got the 3 points. So this will be like the downside. And it'll just like keep going and going and going. And then I put that little bit of silver tucked in the edges. So this will be the thing that keeps the 3 points all together. I think that looks really freaking cool.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, NATO has also, we forgot to do it. NATO has redeemed a compliment. By the way.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I think, Leia, I think your skills with your chainmail making is freaking amazing. You're very talented.
Matt, I think your color matching is fucking on point. And you're a good bean.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. We did a compliment.
We did it, and we didn't even gripe about it too much.
We didn't gripe about it at all. Look at us. Look at that character growth. Who would have thought? Not me.
Until next week.
Until next week.
I like how that is something that happened while NATO was with us, and now we have to carry this burden for the rest of ever.
What, when we did the compliment redeem? Or when it was born?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure did fuck us up.
Yeah, now we have to like be nice to one another.
What does that say about our mental health? That we're complaining about being nice to each other? I have moderate depression.
Chamo!
Fuck. Okay. Now with feeling. We did it with feeling.
Now with feeling. Hey, it wasn't your redeem. You stay out of it.
You can't do
NATO.
shit, NATO. You can't tell it to do nothing. Actually, NATO, if you got a shitload of channel points, there's a secret one if you want a secret one redeem. It's called Top
you don't know
Secret.
what?
Fuck.
Yeah.
You did another one.
I don't know if I have anything more nice to say to you.
Now with feeling, goddamn. I don't think I have anything. I just caught that.
Remember when we first started doing this show together, and I was like, "Don't worry, I'm an asshole to you because I like hanging out with you."
Yeah.
It's that all over.
Leia, I think you're a fantastic bean because you just posted an utter shit ton of minis to not just me, but many Australian friends over here. And you could have charged us so... Hold on, I gotta pause while this is happening.
Boom. Is this the... That's the one.
That's the one.
Anyways, lizards!
Got a little voice thing and everything.
Okay, alright. Cool. Oh. You were saying? They keep you on task.
Yeah. I think it was great that you could have charged us a bunch of money for that, like at least double or more. But because you're a nice bean, and when we were like, "Do you want more money for these things?" You were like, "No, I want them gone. I want to give them to my friends." And we not just myself, but we all really appreciate that because now we get a lot of minis from our friend for one, supporting you, two, doing us a good dealy.
Yeah.
And that's why we do things like buy you a nice webcam or send you computer parts or be nice and do lots of compliments.
And to just be nice. Does
that count as two?
Matt, I
feel like that counts as two.
I feel like that counts as two. Can we compliment NATO instead?
Nah, he's not gonna let us do that.
Oh, I wouldn't do it anyways.
Fuck.
Matt, I have super appreciated you just being around and being supportive about my art, and I'm glad that we're friends and that we get to do cool stuff together, and Wednesdays are like kind of the highlights of my week.
Yeah, I also cherish the time we spend together. And I think you're a good bean, and I also it wasn't good enough for 2. I thought it was pretty good. I agree that sentiment.
He's doing one right now.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I value the time we spend together, so much so that even when we were talking about playing Warhammer casually, we were like, doesn't matter if it's streamed or not, we're gonna act the same either way. Like, and that means that the comfort is at maximum level.
Yeah. I was like,
we're not putting on an
it's
act.
gone beyond.
We are just being ourselves, and we're turning on the button.
Yeah, and like I remember when we were first coming up with this concept, and it was about like working on stuff that like we needed to work on. We wanted to like work on getting our stuff done that like needed to get done, and now it's more about hanging out and sharing memories and just being silly beans together.
Yeah, just
and shit. That's what I appreciate about my Wednesdays, is getting to come here and hang out and just be silly beans.
Yeah, being silly bean, and then people go, I'm gonna subscribe, and then we go, huh? We didn't think that was worth. And then they go, you being here is worth it. And we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, look at all like the nice, oh my gosh, that was like the nice, okay, all right. So, speaking of compliments, I finished up one of my games, and like one of my paid games, I have a player who is like, was very self-conscious because they are transitioning, and like
Badger,
don't speak
thank
very
you so much.
What?
They just, Badger subbed.
What's happening?
Badger just subbed. They gifted a sub. Thank you for the gifted sub.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Badger.
Way to immediately trigger the imposter syndrome. Thank you, though.
Just panic.
Because it comes up with the voice alert for me as well, so I go when it starts playing. Sorry if I interrupt when I do it.
The Turk.
Badgerk. Because the first 5 letters I read are Badger. I will change it to Badgerk. Back to story. Sorry.
Back to story. Okay, yeah.
Let's keep us on track.
So I have... Thanks, Beto. I have a player who is transitioning, and they're like, I am playing from Germany, and I don't speak English great. And I was like, that's totally cool. Like, we can take our time. We've got some other people who are from across the pond. I've got a Swedish guy or Swedish person who is also with us. Like, take your time. I also have dyslexia, so like I have a hard time sometimes articulating English, and it is my native language. So I'm not going to judge you. And then last week, we finished up with our game, and she stuck around, and she was like, hey, Leia, I just want you to know that, like, I'm super glad that you've created a safe space for me, and that, like, I feel like I can be my genuine self, and I appreciate you, like, all these nice things. And I was just like,
yeah,
that's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's why you do these things.
But yeah, I was like, that's like, I don't know. I try to create safe spaces for people, and I'm glad that kind of came across, and they're feeling confident, and the thing is, like, I'm seeing them blossom as a person, and that is just,
that's wonderful.
So that's so wonderful. Yeah.
The other thing as well, like, so I had a similar thing last year where I hosted a birthday party, and then that dad came up to me at PAX that booked me and was like, you ran our birthday in like September, right? And I was like, oh my god, yeah, I did. And they were like, thank you so much. My kids are loving this game afterwards, after they tried it, type thing. And it was like a similar feeling of like, I love that we could provide you with a space to try things out and also enjoy this game that we love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because like kids are going to do whatever, right? But like then you'll have kids that are like what if I want to be like this kind of person? It's like, then you can. And if you like being like that person here, you could be like that person in real life.
Yeah. It was like, and it's been super cute to like see this character come out of their shell. Like the first time, so this character is playing a dryad bard.
Yeah.
It's actually the dryad that is when I go back to painting the dryad that I have printed out, the one that I did the green skin. She's given me permission to share her character art that I am using as inspiration for the paint job.
Nice.
Because she was like, absolutely, like I love that like art inspires art. But like when we first started playing, she's playing this bard character, and she's like, oh, can my bardic inspiration be like thumbs up, like a thumbs up, you got this kind of thing? I was like, absolutely. Like your bardic inspiration is whatever it means to you. The magic still like gives it away. And like she's gotten to this point where like she's begun like using some really creative insults for like vicious mockeries and like some really inspirational stuff for her bardic inspirations. Like seeing this person come out of their shell and knowing that I helped cultivate that space for them was like the most gratifying thing as being a DM. Like it's
yeah, also like character finding themselves is so good. Like really like being, I don't know, just I love it when people like just commit to their character and like are comfortable to, and I'm not saying that you have to be like this into your character or anything like that. Like I was playing with a game yesterday where they were a bit more removed and they were like, my character says this or does this, and I was like, that's totally fine too. But I especially love it when you're like, they're like in the moment doing the stuff, and then they, you know, they're comfortable enough to do the extra stuff.
Yeah.
Around the role play. Oh, this is nice.
I love that freaking color you're working with.
Me too. I actually know of a guy on Instagram called Rod's Mods who does really good cloth tutorials.
Ooh, I think I've seen him around.
Yeah, Rod Davis Warhammer Painter, I think his name is. Quick guide for green cloth. Here it is. So I'm working with a color that's basically Caliban green.
Oh yeah, I see.
I'm going to link this in the live chat. Actually, I'm going to link this in Artsy Stuff real quick. If you want to see it in bigger detail than my reference image up there.
Is that on Instagram?
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, I see these all. He reposts these all the time.
I love them. They're so good.
They're very good. But yeah, so he's like base coat Caliban green, shade with a Abaddon black, and then edge highlight warpstone glow, and that's it.
I'm actually like really excited. Once I get all moved in and everything, I'm gonna go back to basing some sisters. Or maybe I'll finish painting some sisters and then base them. But like I'm getting to that point where I'm like getting real antsy about, I want to put bases on my sisters.
Yeah, chase that.
I miss playing. I miss painting them. I'm almost done with that Zephyr squad, which I'm very excited about.
Have you read the new Sisters stuff yet? Should all be out by now.
Is there more stuff out? I'm not
codex.
buying any more. I haven't gotten the new codex.
It'll be, no, the second it's out, it'll be on Wahapedia in like a few days.
Oh yeah, I haven't messed with it yet. You know, moving and stuff like that.
It's been real laggy. I think I might need to restart it. Oh yeah, these tabs are all broken.
Ooh. My gosh, I can't hold on to anything. My hands are so sweaty.
All right, Sororitas. Oh yeah, these tabs are broken as fuck. Don't know what's going on there. Probably should have reset that browser. Now I can't.
Yeah, I'll check it out. If I've got, what am I doing? Oh
yeah, they're
all
all
not doing
out
much
now.
tomorrow.
So you've got 6.
Okay.
You've got a bunch of detachments now. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 detachments, 5 detachments. Hallowed Martyrs, Penitent Host, Bringers of Flame, Army of Faith. You've got 4.
Nice.
So I can assume, what's the flame one say?
I don't know what any of that detachment means.
They're usually army themes. So the one that I have for my Kroot is specifically the detachment Kroot hunting pack.
Okay, so kind of how like the Penitent Host is my.
It's gonna be engines.
Was my it's the detachment for, shit. The one I was playing before.
Yeah, engines. Yeah. I think you were playing the Hallowed Martyrs, right?
Is it Hallowed? Ouch. Where are my papers? I don't know where my papers went.
Bringers of Flame sounds sick.
Like Penitent Engines.
I
have to remember. I'll have to get
subclass for a TTRPG character. That's actually a really good comparison.
I'll have to remember. NATO said something when we were setting up Sisters that like sounded like one of those prayers. Shit, words are so hard right now.
I like the Bringers of Flame. All your models have the assault ability, which means they can shoot and double move. And if you make close quarters ranged weapon attacks within 12 inches, they get stronger. Like they get strength weapon. They get strength +1.
That would be great for fucking like.
Most of your guns are like rapid fire 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything that's got rapid fire would be an extra strength. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Good to see you, bud.
Hey.
But yeah. So we got that. Cleansing Flames. It looks like a lot of stuff. Yeah, Rites of Fire, Cleansing Flames, Blazing Ire. Cool.
Sounds cool. I can't wait to get the new codex and get all of my new the new cards and stuff like that, so I can start working off those.
Just a heads up with the cards. I know that they're good for. I know that they're good for having that tactile thing, but they get outdated within like a few months because my Tau ones are already out of date.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, so we're better off printing out the new recruit page instead for the same data cards.
Oh, I don't like the way that those are set up.
I know. It's unfortunate that I bought the Tau ones at the start of 10th, and I got data cards as part of my army box, and we just had a massive balanced data slate. Apparently, all of my Tau got way cheaper, and they're like topping tournament boards right now, because I can pretty much get a whole extra squad worth of Tau battle suits into my list. Based on these point reductions. And they've changed a bunch of the core rules of the game now, which doesn't usually happen mid-edition, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently it's like a significant, like one of the most significant game updates mid-edition they've ever done. Because they completely changed how vehicles move.
Oh no.
No, it got better. It got better.
Got better?
I mean, the way you and I were playing it anyway, it doesn't really affect it because we were just kind of ignoring the annoying rule part of it with pivots.
Oh yeah, I've heard about the thing about pivots.
Yeah, they made pivots better or easier. I don't actually know. Export your new recruit list as an ROS file and then go fancy scribe it, and it'll turn your list into data cards to be printed out like the nice ones. Fair enough.
I need to know that information. Let's see. Export new recruit as list.
As an ROS file. I think that must be one of the options in new recruit.
Then go to fancy scribe, Google it. It will turn. Okay. Hold on. I have to write down all of those words.
Nada, could you post that exact thing in the Discord area? Maybe in like TTRP James? Be easier to refer back to. If you don't have the capability, I will try do it now, actually.
I'm just gonna... Hold on, Leia's gonna write words.
I wish I had have known the data cards thing when I first bought my Tau ones, because I wouldn't have got them otherwise. And it's, you know...
I mean, I appreciate knowing that now, because...
Yeah, it's like $50 for nothing, you know? They just get outdated so quickly. And I love the tactile feeling of them, don't get me wrong, but... Man. Thank you, Nato.
Like, I would prefer... If that's a thing, then I would prefer, like, printing them out, and then, like, I've got those sheets of, like, laminate. Because you could probably use them for a little while, and then that's a cheaper option.
Yeah, they would be whatever the cost of printing is, and then...
Because my problem is this is a lot of information, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I like
it being compiled.
The way that the cards are set out. Yeah, I like the way that it's compiled. It's the same thing for, like, when I printed out the stuff for Combat Patrol.
Yeah.
Is the way that those cards were set up were really easy for me to, like, get into the flow of things.
Yeah, I get you. All right, I think I'm going to move on to the brass and the black. I'm going to do the brass first. I screenshotted when I put my list in.
Ooh,
oh, that looks great. Yeah. That's exactly what we want. So they're not exactly the same, but they're formatted pretty similar. I love that. I really like that. And it also tells you the points. See, it doesn't tell you the points on the other ones.
Ooh.
That's
yes.
nice. That's nice.
That is exactly what I want.
I want that. Are they double-sided, or is that just everything on one? Everything on one. Oh, okay. So you don't have to flip them over or anything.
Nice.
All right. I like that. Oh, yeah. The brass looks nice with this green. It's like 2D saturated colors that are working well together.
Nice. There's some Elden Ring being played downstairs.
Oh, this is as of
Very
last
notable
night.
swishing noise.
I'm going to be playing in an Elden Ring D&D one-shot next Monday night.
What?
Yeah, Let's Roll for Dragons invited me to come over in person, and we're going to do a little one-shot stream playing some Elden Ring-themed game. And as someone who's never played a FromSoft game, I don't know what to expect.
I'm sure it's going to be deadly.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'm going to bring like a really naive character, I think.
Okay, so I was reading this book. I was reading a book, and it had that like very deco punk style, and I fucking fell in love with it. If anybody who knows me, I love deco punk. I love Art Deco. I'm a huge BioShock fan, and I got the idea, Matt.
Yeah.
Like a BioShock themed game.
Ooh, yeah, go on.
Well, that's all I got. That's as far I started playing.
Yeah.
So I read this book, and it has kind of like the deco that deco punk kind of style, that like underwater city theme going on. And then like because of that, I was like, you know what? I haven't played BioShock in a while, and I have BioShock the complete set because I am a huge BioShock nerd.
Yeah, I've got that vinyl record from #2 somewhere.
Ooh.
I think Jess also has that.
I think like I generally replay 1 and Infinity. Those ones are my favorite, but I don't play 2 as often. I do like 2. It's just like it's the one that like I feel like lags for me a little bit though. However, since I've started replaying it, I'm like, oh, this is like way easier than I thought it was. Like I guess I was just having a time. But like it's easily my least played BioShock game. Not because I dislike it, just because it's my absolute obsession is 1 and Infinity.
That's fair. I would say actually number 2 is the one I had my favorite because I think they refined the gameplay. I think the gameplay elements of 2 is what I like best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the story as much. I mean, I love the Big Sisters. That was a great addition to the game.
Big Sisters.
Yeah, but the gameplay loop of 2 was really solid. In my memory, at least.
So, and then I just like got to thinking, like, how cool would it be to play? Like, cause I'm of course like absolutely tearing down, cause like I never paid attention to this before. But I was like, so when you play 2, it tells you that it takes place in 1958.
Yeah.
Which is a year before Rapture Falls.
Number 2.
And number 2. So when like the first cutscene, it says 1958. It's the year before or very close to the fall of Rapture, because Rapture falls on New Year's 1959.
Yeah.
And then when you play the game in 1, it's 1960. When you play 2, it's 1969 or 1968, because it's 10 years. Delta has been asleep for 10 years. Oh my god, me and my fucking Raptor lore over here.
I was about to say, holy shit.
So
Deep
yeah,
lore
so
coming out.
it is. Because like even in the beginning, you can like the first time Rapture gets flooded, while you're walking across the floor of the sea, if you look up, you can actually see the plane that you crash in the first game.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, how you doing?
So, heyo. So I'm like geeking out, and I'm like, oh my god, how cool would it be to like make a game that is like a Rapture type. You guys are stuck in a city that's underwater, that is like you have to get out of, and everyone in the city has gone bonkers for some reason.
Yeah.
Doing good, grinding on a panel for my comic for the weekend. Nice, good to hear. Hope it goes well. So it's just having this like, cause like I know you and I were like talking about doing a D&D game, and then like we're gonna do something that was original, but like I couldn't figure out a good like. I knew the beginning and I knew the end, and I couldn't get there to the end.
Yeah.
But I was like, as you can tell, I have tons of information about Rapture. I have deep dived into this. I am a font of Rapture lore. So I was like, that would be so much easier to like build classes, because then like you can have
Envy. Thank you.
Hey, Leia living in her Lord of the Rings era. Okay, we're gonna come back around to this. NBCDM. See this chainmail right here? I bought this chainmail from the company that made the chainmail for the Lord of the Rings, the Lord of the Rings movie. Those original movies. This is the color that the elves wear. It's the champagne color from Ring Lords. This is the exact, like, that's how they spruik this like color on their website. Is they're like, this is the color that we were asked to make for the Lord of the Rings movies. So this is it. So yeah, just bringing that back around real quick. That's my Lord of the Rings knowledge for the day. Leia is filled with much more BioShock information this morning, but this is like my favorite thing. Everybody's like, the color is champagne elf. I've decided. I love this color. I can't help it.
I think it's champagne elf.
I think I don't disagree. Look, like I also made, this is funnily enough, a chainmail bracelet that I made many years ago at this point, that is like my two favoriteest colors. This green that me and Matt are just living for right now.
Yeah, it's great.
And this champagne color. And because Matt is doing this like champagne, like brassy color, the gold and silver, I am making something that kind of tags along with what he's making. This is called
All Destiny inspired.
Yeah. This particular pattern that I'm doing is called a triple point Byzantine. I'll show you guys real quick now that I've got a couple going.
I'm like a plague.
It's a little
a good plague.
Look at how fucking cool that looks. So I just did a little bit of silver to connect the tri-point. What do you think,
that
Matt?
looks great, dude.
Isn't that cool?
That's rad. Yeah, I like that.
So it's like mostly champagne with like touches of the silver and those little bit of points of green. So your girl is living for this.
She's doing it.
I think I've got we could make this. Ooh, do we make a bracelet or do we make a this would make a really cool choker, I think. I can't remember what's gotten packed and what hasn't been packed. But yeah, so that's my idea. Is next time we talk about wanting to do a D&D game, D&D BioShock, Rapture inspired. It's gonna be awesome. Under the sea. Can you imagine trapping a bunch of players under the sea? It'd be awesome. Oh, my hands hurt. Is this because you can't hear me, or are you just super concentrating?
Oh, I'm in concentration. Sorry.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. Because I've been like leaving empty-ended sentences. I'm like, all right.
No, sorry.
Like, hyper focused.
I'm in the focus. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this this color scheme. Check it out.
I ever tell you that Tritons are one of my favorite D&D races to play? No, I didn't know that. Funnily enough, the book that I read had like Triton-esque critters in them. Sounds perfect for an underwater game.
Sounds perfect for an underwater. Speaking of underwater and Triton and those themes, guess where? So I just with the Split the Party guys in our casual game, we just finished Avernus, our game that's been going for like almost 2 years, I want to say, or just over 2 years.
Ooh,
yeah. And we're refitting to go into something before. So we want to do the Vecna Eve of Ruin, but the Platinum Edition I ordered isn't here yet until like September or so, which means we need to fill the gap with something. Guess what we're doing, Leia? I think you're going to like the theme.
Ghosts of Saltmarsh?
No,
Because we were talking about
it's not
Tritons?
an official
No?
adventure, but it is.
Okay, all right.
It is an official setting, but not but it's a source book rather than a written module.
Tell me it's Eberron.
It's not Eberron.
Damn it, that was my favorite one. I thought because you were like, oh, Leia, you'll totally get this. I thought
No, you're gonna dig it, but it's not
All right.
Eberron.
What is it?
You keep guessing.
Don't leave. All right, so
it's
it's
an
a source
interactive
book.
activity.
It's a source book, but it's not a campaign.
Yeah, it's like a world book type thing.
It's got a world book. Strixhaven?
No.
No.
Strixhaven actually has a 1 to 10 adventure in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
It
Phoenix.
goes to show you how much I know.
I didn't know that for a long time either, and then I realized. You're getting way closer, though. Strixhaven is way closer than Eberron.
NATO says that Greek one.
It is the Greek one.
Oh,
It's Theros.
Mythos. Theros.
We're playing
Mythos.
Theros, and
Ooh,
George is gonna
Theros.
DM for a little bit, for a couple months or so.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna do Bigby's Book of Giants. I actually don't have that book. I should pick that one up because it has some character options in it. No, I freaking love the Theros setting because that was actually the very first Magic the Gathering setting I ever played way back when I played Magic. and I fell in love with the Theros ethos.
Ew.
Because I also like the I like the Grecian theme as well. I think it's great. And this one's the book's called Mythical Odysseys of Theros. And there's like supernatural boons and buffs. It's similar in theme to the powers you get in the Odyssey of the Dragon Lords.
Oh, I love that fucking
Quite
book so much.
Quite a close parallel, in fact.
I'm actually like, oh, I've got to read through the book. Eventually, when I move, I want to run the Norse one. Oh, let's catch up on chat here. No. We're making a major shift towards Eberron in our channel soon.
Yeah.
Oh my, I love Eberron. If it wasn't obvious from my deco punk desire to just
John, just saying, if you need Eberron players, we got a couple people who like the Eberron over here. Just saying.
Leia is Eberron is my ultimate.
That's your favorite, right?
Setting. It's my favorite setting.
Yeah.
Because I like mage punk. I like the deco punk stuff. I love the setting and everything that you can do with like that. I'm your girl.
Australian daytimes are perfect for both of us. American evenings.
I'll wake up
Australia.
early if I've gotta. I'll wake up early, stay up late. I just need caffeine, and I'm on it.
I simply need to vibrate into existence, and I will be good.
I think it's actually really funny is so I have 2 Eberron characters in the wings that I'm really excited about. I have a dwarven gunslinger.
Ooh.
That I want to be like a dwarf that is like. Can you imagine Blades in the Dark in Sharn? Oh,
I've never played
we
Blades
chose it
in the
because we
Dark.
like everything in the channel shared universe, and Eberron is great for game systems. It is, it really is. Like, because the thing is like Eberron makes a space for every kind of character. It's like, it doesn't matter what you want to play, there is a space in Eberron for everybody, which is just so fucking
That's
cool.
great. Yeah.
And also, Keith Baker is just the sweetest fucking bean ever.
Is that who made it?
Yeah, he's the guy who originally like came up with the concept of Eberron. I know my partner has been setting up an Eberron game. And he's like, yeah, on like a whim, I emailed Keith Baker about some ideas that I had for Eberron, and he like helped me out. He's like, he emailed me right back.
Do you have...
And we had like a full-blown conversation.
Dude, that's awesome. Do you have a
It is.
Do you have a start playing for an Eberron game?
I don't have
do that if
one
it's your favorite
that I've
setting.
thought about. It's my favorite setting, but like I never know what to do with. Well, okay. So funny that we should talk about that. So I know I think I've
I'm not
mentioned
trying to
to
spruik
you
or
that-
anything. I'm just like genuinely
No.
curious.
Like so. One of my favorite characters is a Simic hybrid Soul Knife rogue. Oof. Soul Knives are fucking wild.
Oh, I'm just like thinking
So-
about like my favorite setting, and my favorite setting's Ravnica, and I'm like, fuck, I should list a start playing because I've just done a bunch myself. I should list a start playing for my War of the Spark inspired campaign I ran.
Well, like, yeah, so like the problem is I will admit my shortcomings is I have a really hard time with creating stories.
Yeah.
I struggle a little bit with story creation flow. I need to either base my idea heavily on something else or run a official campaign book. That's why when Eberron was released as just a campaign book, and then it was so focused on Sharn, I was fucking devastated.
Because it wasn't.
Because it's like, the thing is there was an entire book dedicated to just the 5 nations in 3.5.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
they
5e,
give like
yeah.
there's one page. So I own I don't know where my partner got this, but he gave me an RPG archive, and it is every single book for an RPG that is no longer in print in one place.
Oh wow.
It is everything from Dungeons and Dragons to Call of Cthulhu to Lord of the Rings. It's everything. And they've got a bunch of 3.5. There is every single 3.5 book for Eberron on this archive.
Damn,
and it
Daniel.
is the biggest. And I the thing that kills me, 30 pages on Seer, pre-war Seer, which is like the most amazing thing ever, because the new 5e book has 1 page for Seer and half of it is stuff about the morning. So it's like, if you've got a player who wants to create a Syrian character, they have no information on what that place was. And especially for a game where it's supposed to take place like just after the morning, like a year after the morning happens, for you to give no context as to what Seer used to be, like it's super upsetting.
I think that is a big criticism I have about 5th, is that a lot of these a lot of the books that we get, they're not it's not that they're watered down, but at the same time they are. It's like it feels a little IP dumpy. So it's like would people Okay. So there's two things. There's a twofold answer probably to this question. Of if Wizards simply got the stuff from the original and put it in a book, are people going to be upset and say, "Oh, you already released this book X years ago. Why are you charging it for us again?" And you know, fair enough. But at the same time, us who are newer to the game and didn't play in 3rd and 2nd edition are like, well, our book doesn't have anything in it. So there's like a dichotomy there of like, how do you release a book that has all the relevant information without retreading the same ground, I guess? And I'm on the side of, I want as much information in my 5th edition book as possible. And I would like a full explanation in there, but I can totally understand re-releasing something and charging money for it is a sore point.
So, because like examples of this, and I'm going to use Eberron as the starting point because, again, I know the most about Eberron because it is something I am running like a really in-depth game right now for my personal game. I know so much shit about Eberron. If I didn't know anything about Eberron and I wanted to run an Eberron campaign and I bought the 5th edition book, I would have everything at my disposal to run a game in Sharn.
Yeah. I feel like
there
that's
is
how
so
the
much
Planescape
information
book is with Sigil specifically.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely like that. So if I wanted to run a noir game in, like, yes, it's a noir campaign set in Eberron, but the thing is it's not just about Eberron, or it's not just about Sharn. What if, like, I think one of the most interesting countries, apart from Seer, because Seer is just its own beast in of itself, Karrnath.
Yeah, it's like the Cyrodiil, like the Morrowind Cyrodiil, Tamriel Cyrodiil as to like Skyrim type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like there are and like the difference is we've got different writers that are working on the current stuff opposed to stuff that came out years ago.
Yeah.
And that's how we get nice fresh ideas and stuff like that. And that's fine. I'm fine with a fresh new take and new ideas for this campaign. However, I am not okay with just no information. Like, I would much rather pay $60 for a book that's got 400 pages in it. There were like 12 books off the top of my head, like an entire huge massive stack of just information books from 3.5 on Eberron. And sure, I'm not asking for that, but like I would love a couple more pages on like the Shadow Marches or Karnath or Valinar. Like instead of single page spreads that half of the information isn't really all that relevant to me. Like
I think NATO in the chat just nailed it. I'm old school, but I love when they do remastered, like even a reimagined Tomb of Annihilation. I actually think what they did with Tomb of Annihilation is the reason why that's still one of my favorite campaigns in 5th edition. I love that campaign. There are some problematic elements with how they treat like Port Nyanza and stuff, but you can run it to be not offensive, you know. But what they did with Tomb and the reimagining of Tomb, I think is like pretty much the gold standard of a re-release. It recontextualizes rather than retreads. And it's like and they made a whole they made a whole Omu. Omu is my favorite chapter of the entire campaign. What you can do with Omu is like a delightful, delicious sandbox of the plot reaching a like a penultimate climax of the campaign. It's like all of the plot threads that you've been dragging along since chapter 1 start to like climax in the Omu area. The red wizards start fucking with you, the jungle itself and all of that. You're finding out about the tomb, and then you find out in that city about the truth of everything. Oh, it's so good. So good. I think it's fantastic. I love that chapter so much. I would honestly run a Tomb of Annihilation campaign starting in Omu. You know?
Let's see. Honestly, I think some bean counter said to the Wizards team, you have this many pages and this much budget, and someone had to make the call. Do I do one place Sharn good or a bunch of cities average? And
I feel like
so they made their choice.
I feel like that's
the problem.
Sorry.
The problem with that is I guess it kind of goes back to, do you have when you're writing stuff like this, do you go back to earlier stuff and make decisions on what needs to be cut and what, or are you just writing just broad? It's the problem.
It's a mixed bag,
I have
right?
so many problems.
It's
a mixed bag.
I get that as well.
But there's also like here's a really big one. Here's a really, really big one that is like Wizards absolutely dropping the ball. In Eberron, there is the concept of the Draconic Prophecy. It is the thing that is supposed to drive the players through the campaign or through the story. You're supposed to use the Draconic Prophecy as like...
Wait, which campaign?
This is
or
why
like in all?
It's not in a campaign. I said campaign, but like whatever story that you're supposed to use, the players are like have to answer to the Draconic Prophecy. Now, in the original books, the Draconic Prophecy is expanded upon, but it is very much like it can be whatever you need it to be to drive the story.
Yeah.
There is a quarter of a page. I'm talking a column and a half on the Draconic Prophecy in the original Eberron book. In the book in the 5e book has like a single column of the Draconic Prophecy on half a page, because half that page is taken up by a picture.
Oh wow.
And it is the most vague bullshit I have ever fucking read. It doesn't explain what the Draconic Prophecy. It's just like the Draconic Prophecy exists, and the players. That is what you use to drive the players through the story, and like that's it. It's a single fucking column. It is so frustrating because it's like the Draconic Prophecy ties in with dragon marks. There are no such thing as aberrant. There's apparently no such thing as aberrant dragon marks anymore.
No, there is, because they added all of them in as like magic items.
Okay, well,
no,
there's an entire book on dragon marks.
My
in
my
3.5.
players in other settings keep being like, "Can I take an aberrant dragon mark?" And I was like, no. That is not for this setting. I am sorry.
But like, my offline campaign is all about the dragon. See, and that's exactly what I did with my offline game as well. Phoenix, I don't know if you've ever been here for me to talk about my campaign, my Eberron campaign. I call it Tyranny of Eberron because.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Okay. My players are now at level 18. So I told my players that I wanted them to make Eberron characters. We were going to play Tyranny of Dragons in Eberron. Because, dragons are not a super big thing in Eberron. Dragons are kind of like myths. They created the world and then fucked off.
They created the world.
So I told all of my players to create Eberron characters, except for one. He is my back pocket bean. He wants to create chaos, and I know it. So I told him, make a Faerunian character.
Oh.
Don't tell anyone. I was like, you can tell them what you're making, but don't tell them anything else.
Yeah, no backstory.
Be super cagey. And he is very much one of these players where if you ask him a question about his character, he's very cagey about it. He doesn't want you to know everything. And so I knew that like if I told him to be secretive and like do a thing, he would do it in a way where all of the players are like, oh, it's just him. He's just kind of weird.
Michael does this.
It's just Corey just does this thing. It's fine. That's just how he plays his character all the time. So what I did is pre-morning, this is before the end of the war, I had like some scientist is like, oh, gather a bunch of these items, I know how to end the war. And I had the players gather up a bunch of items and they took them to the scientist and an explosion happened and they were teleported because of like the veils being very thin. Big ol' air quotes around that. I teleported my Eberronian characters to Faerun and then played the first half of Tyranny of Dragons in Faerun. And they freaked out. They're like, why is there only one moon? And the cleric is like, excuse me, that's my goddess. Please stop talking trash about her. We only need one moon.
We only need one moon and their name is Saluna. Thank you very much.
So we run through the whole first half of Tyranny of Dragons, and then basically the cult is able to the cult of the dragon is able to summon the avatar of Tiamat, and they fuck off to Eberron. They're like, okay, the veils are still thin for this period of time. We're gonna go to Eberron where dragons reign supreme, and I am gonna create chaos, and Eberron will be mine. This is Tiamat's idea. She is like, I think Eberron sounds delicious. Thanks.
I'll have that.
I'll take that.
Is it the player's fault the veils are thin, or?
No, this is just like a whole convergence thing. This is just the veils are thin.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had an idea for Eberron character who would link to the Lord of Blades. So Saloon shows up and she's like, I can send you guys to Eberron, but she tells her cleric, like, this is gonna probably be a one-way ticket. You'll have to figure out how to get back on your own. I can't bring you back from this. I can only give you, and she gives him a little lantern, because he's a Twilight cleric, and it's got a tiny moon inside of it. She's like, here's a sliver of my divinity, so you won't lose your cleric levels.
That's sick.
Here you go.
Oh, and it's like his reliquary? Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's like a reliquary. And then before he leaves, he swears oath of the Watcher to her.
Cool.
So like they're getting ready to leave, and he's like, I would like to swear my Watcher oaths to Saluna before I leave. And I was like, go off, King.
So that's really interesting because in Split the Parties show, I didn't. So my players went multiversal as well for a bit, and they ended up in Magic the Gathering Zendikar plane for season 3. Except because it wasn't a planned journey to there, my paladin, Brendan's character Chelsea, didn't have the spark of the divinity that went in. and she broke her oath as a result. And so she got back in Zendikar. She's like, I can't feel Yondala's grace. She gets back to the material plane in Ilinyad, and Yondala's no longer answering her because she was away for too long. So she's now in season 4 and now season 5. She's been an Oathbreaker paladin for the last 2 seasons because she went from Chelsea of the Brimming Chalice to now Chelsea of the Broken Promise. Because her and Yondala basically disconnected and never rekindled.
And see, like, it's funny because, like, now I know that he's having a really hard time, like, deciding. Because, like, so the players have tried really hard working on ways to get him back. Eventually, they're like, we're not going to let this be a one-way trip for you. They're level 18th at this point. So now that they've gotten back to Eberron, I was like, oh yeah, Tiamat is like summoning a bunch of like dragons. There's like aberrant dragons that are like really fucked up because she's like trying to yank them into existence from
like the Dead
Faerun
Realm and stuff. Yeah.
So it's super creepy. And now, so they figured it out eventually, but Tiamat was attempting to siphon the power of Kyber, who is like inside of Eberron. But when they defeated Tiamat, who was in the center of the morning, I made them traverse inside the morning and down into I think it's the Great... What is it? It's the Great something.
Like the Divide or whatever?
It's not the Divide, but it's like whatever the inside of there's like a pit inside the morning. And she was like, her spire was inside of this crevasse. The Great Chasm, that's what it was. And so when they defeated her there, Kyber and I know none of my players are watching, so Kyber instead, because she was trying to siphon his essence, he devoured hers instead, keeping her from going back to her plane. And now he is beginning to crack, because he's got more power now, he is beginning to crack the shell of Eberron. If anybody's like
sphere,
if you're familiar with the story. Well, so the story of the 3 like primordial dragons is Kyber and Sybaris were like constantly fighting.
Yeah. And
it wasn't until Eberron began to help Sybaris contain Kyber. Eberron wrapped themselves around Kyber. Eberron the dragon.
Okay, I didn't know Eberron was a dragon prior to this.
Yes. Yep. So the 3 progenitor dragons are Sybaris, he's the dragon he's like the good dragon. There's Eberron, which is like the neutral, and then Kyber, which is like the evil dragon.
Okay.
And Sybaris and Kyber like fought for like ever, and then Eberron finally was like pitched in, and
it's like Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza.
Yeah.
And then Rayquaza's
so they
like, shut the fuck up.
They wrap themselves around Kyber, and now like Kyber is actually, that's like what the Underdark is called in Eberron. It's called Kyber, because it's considered to be the inside of the dragon Kyber.
Oh, cool.
But now that Kyber has all of this extra power that he's consumed from Tiamat, he is beginning to break the shell of Eberron.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I've used the Draconic Prophecy to be like, you guys have to fight Kyber or else everyone on the planet is gonna die. And they're all... It is just the coolest thing. They're getting to like the end point. They all just leveled up to level 18, where they're fighting the forces that are like pouring out of the demon wastes now that like Kyber is beginning to crack out of the world. So I've got to figure out like an end game 20th level boss fight with like floating pieces of like the planet, because I'm making them fight the inside of a planet. I can't wait.
I think it's funny how like D&D always ends up with, we're gonna go do some tavern help, and then like the end of the campaign is time to fight God, or time to fight a planet.
I think that happened to us. Is we fought like was it one of the last campaigns that went up to 20th level for me? Is we fought like an ancient, some kind of ancient power that was like trying to help Shar. Oh, they should get changed, and she sees to throw them into machines. You could like chaos demon infested machines. Am I right in thinking that Kyber is basically the Underdark, Nine Hells, and the Abyss rolled together because all the fiends are sealed in there? Okay, so in Eberron, the demons are all of Kyber's blood. So when Eberron overcame Kyber. Yes, Kyber is the Underdark. That is why the Underdark is not referred to as the Underdark. It's referred to as Kyber. When like the first blood was spilt, all of the like demons came out of the blood of Kyber. So they're all like super fucked up. Whereas like all of the celestial creatures that are like created throughout the realm are Sybaris blood that turned into creatures before it hit the ground. And then everybody else was created that like when Sybaris died and his blood rained down on Eberron, it combined with the blood of Eberron and created like regular creatures like animals and humanoids and all that jazz. Creatures that are like more like evil are considered to have more Kyber's blood in them than regulars. But it's a mix of caverns, tonals. Yeah, basically. Yup. I have done so much research.
Yeah, you've done hard research. You've not only done research, you've done like ethos and creation myth research.
Well, because like the thing is like, so because I'm trying to get them to fight, they have to fight Kyber, like one of the progenitor dragons, one of the dragons that created the world. I had to like figure out like what happened after the battle. So what happens is like when the universe is created, there's the 3 progenitor dragons, and Kyber and Sybaris are like fighting forever and ever and ever. Eberron pitches in when Kyber kills Sybaris. And then Eberron is able to wrap themselves around Kyber, the rain falls, and that's how like creatures are created. But after that, when there was something called the Demon Wars, right after once creatures started like coming out and whatnot, the like dragon kind, which is like the most notable like creatures in the world, they like dragons were everywhere at the beginning of time. But once the demons started flooding out of Kyber, they fought the dragons, and the dragons were not powerful enough to fight off the demons.
Yeah.
Until one dragon paired up with the Coatls, and because Coatls are divine creatures, they have all Sybaris blood in them. They fought the Overlords, which are like the big bad, like they're like the Dukes of Hell,
kind of.
Yeah, like Kyber's chosen. So they defeat, like together they defeat the Overlords, but the problem is most of the Coatls were wiped out because of that, and it is because dragons were, quote, didn't hold up their end of the deal, and that's kind of like implied. There's not a ton of information on that, but like I had to do deep dives because I was like, I had to figure out like how are my players gonna eventually defeat Kyber? Do they just punch him to death, or like what do I do with my characters? So I decided that like they needed to go find the Coatls to get them to like make a deal with them to be like, hey, could you help us like you helped the dragons, but we'll actually like hold up our end of the deal.
Yeah.
And then the Coatls are like, okay, you need to go find this weapon called the First Blood. And I made this like this magical item that is like it's like the culmination of the blood that was first spilt during the first conflict between the 3 progenitor dragons.
Yeah,
So there's like
yeah.
I had to do so many deep dives.
I mean,
let's
before
see.
Baldur's Gate came out, before Baldur's Gate came out, that was me and Faerun with the Karsus's Folly.
Yeah.
Because Karsus's Folly is like my favorite mythos in Faerun. I love the
I love that
story
one.
of a man's hubris destroying, like,
Oh, yeah.
this one guy completely flew too close to the sun, and the gods were like, the gods even failed, like they died, but because the god died, it fucked everything up, and then because of Karsus is the reason why we don't have beyond 9th level spells. Like Mystra, when she was reborn, was straight up she looked around and went, I'm not letting mortals have that kind of power again. So no like spell restriction on everybody, no more than 9th level. The best you can have is wish. I am not allowing this to transcend any further. And there's a bit of inspiration in that in Split the Party, because in the 4th season we just had the main villain, the main overarching villain of the entire series, Fanax, has been researching on how to bypass this, and they successfully cast a 10th level spell in the end of chapter 4, which is basically they moved a city-sized portion of land on top of another city and pseudo-destroyed both. But in the process, Mystra equivalent came down and destroyed their body in the process, because they were like, I can't stop this spell you've just cast because the weave is, it's under my domain but outside of my control. However, what I can do is unravel you so you cannot do this ever again. So the villain basically was unmade. The secondary villain was the boss fight, and then the city just got a fucking swamp dumped onto it. And an ancient black dragon empowered by Void was also rampaging in the city as well. So, they had they had some stuff to deal with effectively.
Let's see. My players are all Star Wars nerds, so they can't cop a kyber crystals without a straight face. That's why I try to use kyber crystals. Yeah, because kyber crystals in lightsabers, they're called kyber crystals.
Yeah.
But there are in Eberron there are kyber, Sybaris, and Eberonian crystals. I think kybers are the most notariable. I'm not gonna say that word. I'm not gonna say that word anymore.
I think it's just notable.
It sounds horrible in my mouth. I do have the old book Secrets of Sarlona. I own digital copies of all of the books of Eberron because I am obsessed. I have all of the old campaign. Okay, so here's the thing. Is Notorious. Thank you. So here's the thing is I love Eberron so much. My friend Eric Mengi, an ex-writer for Wizards of the Coast and TSR.
Yeah, TSR.
Anyways, he used to write for them. Has told me that if I really wanted to, he would help me rewrite all of the campaign books for 5e.
Whoa.
If I wanted to run them. He's like, we could just rewrite them. And I was like, I can't do that. And he goes, I would do that.
That sounds really cool.
I've seen him on Lord Gasumba's channel.
We should get Eric on here to chat and craft one day. We keep...
Oh my gosh.
I think we've talked about that many times and just keep forgetting to do it and reach out.
I think we've talked about it. He's got an absolute font of knowledge that is...
See, I love that. I would love to info dump with a lore master. Because you ask me shit about Destiny lore, and that's my and
yeah,
NATO's better at Warhammer than me, but I've got a good Warhammer lore drop as well.
Oh yeah, if you want any kind of information, I think for him, Greyhawk is his. He used to write for Greyhawk.
Oh, Greyhawk's
so that
now
is
the main setting of 5.5.
They're going back to that.
Yeah, they're going back to Greyhawk for the shift. So I think they must be doing like a lens shift of like, okay, here's all the stories from Forgotten Realms that we want to tell, and now we're gonna go to Greyhawk for a half reboot.
I'm sure he'll be excited about that. Or I guess I don't know. So we played a mini evil campaign in Icewind Dales.
Oh, I saw a bit of that. Yeah, you were doing just the Ythrin stuff, which is probably, I'd say that's one of my favorite parts of that entire book. It's slightly disconnected from the main story because it's kind of like Oral just doesn't want you to go there because it's kind of her trophy cabinet piece, but I find Ythrin just like a weird and wonderful kind of celebratory chapter of the book. And
I'm with you, Nato. I'm not a big fan of Greyhawk either.
I know barely anything about it, to be honest.
It is more like classic fantasy.
That's probably why they went
with
back
like
there, because it,
less magic, more like, yeah. Not too familiar with Greyhawk. I read a few of the Gourd of Greyhawk books as a kid, but I barely remember anything. Yeah, it's kind of like, think like Lady Hawk, Conan, like very
interesting.
classic.
That's probably why they did it for their 50th, they went back to basics a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why they did it. Whether it's what we want is another thing. Because I really like Forgotten Realms. I think that setting has got a good mix of like high and low magic. Because you decide how much magic is in it versus the setting.
Yeah.
And then you got Spelljammer, which is whack. My players still are trying to make a railgun. And I've had to like bullshit some weird stuff like a self-detonating astral plane bomb in a jacket as a deterrent.
Greyhawk is Gary Gygax's setting? I think so. I wouldn't quote me on that.
The original setting?
It was the original setting.
It's the original setting. Yeah, I like Faerun quite a lot.
I don't mind playing in Faerun, but for obvious reasons, if no one has picked up on it yet, I love Eberron.
That's fair.
I just want to have guns.
I mean, I put gunslingers and stuff in my regular Faerun setting anyway.
Well, yeah. But like, I don't know, it's more explainable, I guess, in Eberron.
That's fair. I love the idea of you see those concept weapons and it's like the wizard gun and it's like a staff with a crystal on the end, but it's shaped like a rifle. I find those very funny. There's a good image of one somewhere.
Oh goodness. Yeah, started as Castle Greyhawk and then expanded into a city and the whole setting. I just more want to move away from the Sword Coast more and see. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I want like I really wanted a Thay book. Oh, actually, hold on. They're about to release a Thayan adventure in 5th edition. Yeah, next year's big. They confirmed it when they first announced 5.5 or whatever. I'm calling it 5.5 because it's the I'm not going to call it the 2024 edition. When they announced 5.5, they also said, okay, we've got a really cool like 50th anniversary adventure with Vecna as the focus for next year, and then in 2025 we have a Red Wizards themed campaign they're working on.
Ooh.
And I would say the Red Wizards are some of my favorite villain factions in the entire setting.
So because during God, what was the convention that I did?
Gen?
What it wasn't Gen. It was the one that I did earlier this year. I can't remember what, or I don't want to call it. It wasn't Origins. Whatever convention I went to earlier this year.
Yeah.
Winter Fantasy. That's what it was called. Winter Fantasy. I ran mostly
you were running Dream of the Red Wizards, campaigns. Right?
I was running Dream of the Red Wizards.
Yeah, I really want to play that.
And it was fantastic. It made me like want to I want all of the I want all of these stories because like I basically played every other game. I would love to run that in its entirety. I think the only complication with doing that is there are epics in there.
Yeah, it goes from like 1 to 20, doesn't it?
It does. And your girls got I got like half of them.
Yeah, I think.
And I did sign up for.
'cause
There was like a new one.
one of my games wanted to play. One of my games wanted to play the Dreams of the Red Wizards because we finished Tomb of Annihilation, and before they a couple of them had kids, so I don't think we're going to be able to in anytime soon. But they wanted to take their Tomb of Annihilation characters and continue into Dream of the Red Wizards because they had much history with the wizards. They were like, well, it would be thematic if we were to continue this adventure inside a Red Wizard centric thing. You know, maybe go crush Zaztam's I can't remember his name. Maybe
Zastam.
Zastam's his phylactery, or Valindra's Shadow Mantle is one of my, top 5 iconic villains in D&D for me.
I've got some bad news about that campaign if you want to crush Zastam.
Oh, there's a module in there called, well, I don't want to spoil it. I know what the module's name's called.
There is oh my gosh, dyslexia. There is even a good world map for Faerun, just a detailed sword coast. So that's the thing, is I kind of wish I think that's the one problem that I have with Faerun is an entire world. We have the entire world
which is on the coast
of Toril, but yeah, we're only on the coast. We only know what the Sword Coast looks like. Whereas in I guess there's the same complaint that I have about Eberron is it just shows us Corvair and then shows us a couple of maps of what the other continents look like, but there's no map of where these continents are in relation to one another.
Yeah.
There is apparently other stuff on Toril other than the Sword Coast. What are those things? Where are they?
Kalimshan and stuff. Minsk and Boo are from Kalimshan, I'm pretty sure.
That sounds right. But yeah, I just I want more. No, there are maps for all of the inland kingdoms too.
There's no mega map. It's all combined maps.
Yeah, there's no mega map. I want more stuff.
Yeah.
More. I want something that isn't in Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter, or Waterdeep.
Yeah, I want to go see down the Giants book kind of touched on Silvery Moon and stuff, and I was like, it wasn't really, we've got Silvery Moon as a city, but they didn't do a lot with it. It's like a stopgap town, but I'm like, there's so much in this city.
So that's why I am planning, the next campaign that I'm planning is called Daughters of Undeath, and it is meant to be a sequel to Out of the Abyss.
Oh, cool.
Basically, what I'm doing is I told all my players that hey, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take your characters from the Out of the Abyss game that we played 8 fucking years ago.
Oh.
And we're going to play a game that's set 60 years into the future. After all of the stuff that Out of the Abyss happened, we're going to experience some of those other characters. But this is the plan. So I specifically I've been writing this particular story to be everywhere other than the big cities. We're going to I think it stayed in
Luskan?
It's I'm doing Burdusk, and I have
Daggerford.
no idea what's going on. Hello, Nick. Thanks for joining us.
we're talking-
no idea
we're
what's going on,
talking
but the
deep
passion
lore
is
about-
fire, and I'm here for it. Oh my god.
We're talking about deep lore about like D&D settings, like Forgotten Realms and Greyhawk, Eberron. Oh, also, Leia, do you want to run a little longer? Feeling it?
Ooh, okay.
I need to leave
my
in.
hands.
I need to leave in about 30 minutes.
Okay. My hands are a bit sore, so I'm probably done, but I can just continue to rant.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Sent you a core lore map with the most of the continent. Oh, so Phoenix just sent you a core lore map. So
Phoenix,
this is what
if you're
I've
in the
been working
Discord,
on.
feel free to put it in the chats as well.
Oh, thank you. We'll talk to you later, NATO. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Seeing ya. Love you too.
I love your beautiful face.
You're a good
Bye.
bean. He's a good bean.
Such a good bean.
I'll play some Warhammer with him soon.
Look at how cool this is turning out. I think this is gonna make a really cool necklace. Actually. Matt, I need you to look.
Hold on, sorry. Okay. That looks great. It looks so good.
It is very cool.
Speaking of, bronze and green. This is where I am currently. Hold on.
Obsessed.
So I did some of the black detailing because I want it to look clean by the time I finish it.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of
I
what
love
we're
that.
at now.
Those colors are perfect.
Yeah. And so you can see my Destiny Iron Lords down here. And it's working. It's working in our favor. Where's the other one? You know, this also works. It's like a green leather.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Matt, it looks so fucking good.
Thank you. I like the look of the color scheme generally. Like, an army of this would look good.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull up. Let's see here. Where is my RPG archive?
Dropped it in chit chat. Thank you.
Ooh, nice. Thank you.
Wait, is it in
RPG
your Discord or our
archive.
Discord? Dropped it in chit chat. I cannot see. Oh, Meeples. Alright.
Oh, okay.
Alright. And Meeples. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Let's see here. Burning Wheel.
Put
Where the
that
hell
in
is D&D?
ours as well. There you go. Cool. Lore thing. There we go.
All right. So, oh my god, I forgot that there's original D&D in here.
Original?
Got basic. Yeah. This is AD&D first edition, AD&D second edition.
Oh, is this your archive thing?
3.5. Yeah, this is the archive thing I was talking about. Because I know Phoenix was asking what books I had. Going to bed? Okay.
All right.
Let's see here. Secrets of Sarlona. I do have that book. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 books
Damn,
in 3.5 that are not, these are not the adventures. Those are just core books for Eberron. Just saying. We have An Adventurer's Guide to Eberron, The City of Stormreach, Dragon Marked, Dragons of Eberron, Eberron Campaign Setting, the Deluxe Edition, oh, that's the screen. Okay, so less than that. Explorer's Handbook, Faiths of Eberron, The Five Nations, Forge of War, Magic of Eberron, The Player's Guide to Eberron, Races of Eberron, Secrets of Sarlona,
Is this
Secrets of Zendrick.
What edition is this? Is that advanced?
This is 3.5.
Man, see, I did get supplement burnout looking at 3.5's content. Oh, Punkle Nix.
Oh,
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you for the raid.
Let's go.
Hello. Hey everyone, how you doing?
Ooh.
Thank you so much for the raid, Punkle Nix. How you doing?
my
How you
goodness.
doing? Oh, let's give you a little shout out there. Oh, go follow a good bean, Punkle Nix. What were you doing all over there? What were you doing over there today?
see.
Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, welcome to Split the Party. I'm Matt. This is Leo. Today we're doing crafting and hobby stuff. I'm painting up a Destiny 2 inspired Stormcast Eternal from Warhammer, based on my favorite game. Leo's doing a very similar color scheme with your chainmail.
I am making a I haven't decided if this is a bracelet or a necklace, but I'm making a chainmail something inspired by the colors from Destiny 2 because Matt's thing inspired me. I
was inspired by my wonderful partner, Jess.
Yay, inspiration.
Yes, so we do a bit of painting. We do a little bit of looking for lizards on my lizard camera. There you go. We do a little bit of TTRPG actual play. Currently showing off a bunch of stuff from our YouTube series. Actually, I might play that again now. We got a couple more people in the chat. Phoenix,
yeah.
Can you post in self-promotion when you go live? Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. I know you're a good bean and you won't abuse it. So you are totally fine to do so. I'm also going to give you a little creator friends tag because you good bean. So, gosh, what am I doing here? Oh no, an ad break.
We're doing something. I can't remember.
I was gonna show those clips again. The one of the new season. So while the ad break is still doing the thing, I'm gonna load.
Well, don't we want? Do you want to keep painting? Did you still have stuff that you need to paint, or?
I think I could call that done for the day.
I know you said that you wanted to get to a certain point. I don't want you to get too distracted.
I'm nearly there. Oh, I mostly want to just show it as like a little raid video, but I'm also still proud of it.
Okay. There is nothing wrong with that.
Oh no. Sorry.
Phoenix. Is Phoenix subscribed? Can he hear me? I can't remember. 3-5 Adventures. What do I have
stuff
here?
You can hear this. Otherwise.
Let's see here, because there are 5 adventures for Eberron that I think they're chronological somehow. My Eric knew which order they're supposed to go in.
Is doing Tata. Melitz is doing Tata. So many. Oh my god. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh my god.
They never do this.
What is he doing?
Oh my god. That's why they're called Tata dragons.
What is that?
That's what they do. They just do that. Oh my god. This is amazing. I need to clip this. Hold on. He's Tata.
Oh my goodness.
Look at him go.
Like, hello. Hello.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Jess, he's Tataing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so cute. This is the most I've ever seen him do it.
Are they really called Tata lizards?
That's the colloquial name. They're Tata dragons.
Okay.
And then the regular name is the long-nosed dragon. But if you type long-nosed dragons, they don't come up in Google. If you type Tata dragons, they come up. Oh my god, he's doing it. I don't know why they do it either. I haven't looked. I either have forgotten or I don't know why. Oh my god.
Let's see.
Still doing it.
Phoenix, if you get with me at some point, I will figure out a way. I do not remember how my partner got me this. He just gave me I've got like a thing that's plugged into my computer that's got this whole archive on it. I know that it is something that is shared across the internet. This is like hundreds of people putting effort into like gather up these old like stuff that isn't in print anymore to share it. So all these old editions don't die. So I will figure out how he got that and where I can give you that link. So if you're around Phoenix, get with me and I will figure that out for you. And
I can't believe.
Because I would love to send it to you, but it is a huge file.
That's so fair. All right, I'm gonna show. If can everybody see the window again? Once again, let me know because I'm not sure if that ad break finished. But can you see? Can you see the video up there?
Yes.
All right, so Firefox. Is it still up there?
had a cat. No more cats.
Reference box. Where's my reference box?
Oh. Hands are
Which
so
window is
in so
that?
much pain.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Beats me.
So, thank you all the raiders if you're still around. Here's a little clip of the latest season we've been working on. My editor gave this back to me. Trigger warning, it does talk about family members not around anymore, but in a very lighthearted way because everyone who's talking about it has processed it healthily. So just trigger warning if you are sensitive to that. But we're talking about it in a very off-kilter kind of way. So this is a clip from the upcoming season, and our editor really cooked on this. So enjoy this one. Let me just pause the just like lamb music needs to be paused. All right, here we go.
Oh, no. Sorry, I was going to make my dad's joke.
My mum's dead.
My dad's dead. My grandma died. Just got paid inheritance as well.
Oh, that must be nice.
It was great. I can pay off my car.
Oh my god. I didn't get inheritance when my mum died.
There was not much left on the car.
That thing's worth money.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You got stiff.
My grandfather died and I didn't get anything.
Oh, I'm talking like I'm paying like $1,000 off my car.
We're very sorry you lost your grandmother. Sorry that we all went in on the inheritance thing.
Yeah. That was fun.
It's okay. It happened last year. I processed it healthily now.
Oh, you're over it.
Yeah. No, it's like grandma died last week.
Oh, okay. Well, then you get to.
How's that
But I got money. $100 bill, y'all.
My
All right, there you go. There's a little clippy preview of what's going on in our cooked little world. Anyway.
Hello, Daenerys.
Welcome to the channel. It's a vibe. It goes between chaos and then some mini painting.
Wow. Wow. It's very
Hey, good
talkative
evening,
right now.
Gear Guts. How you doing?
Ow. Nice to see you around, Gear Guts.
Yeah, good evening, good evening. Okay. It's rather late here. Yeah, it's late for you as well, Leia, right?
Yeah, it is 11:18 p.m., baby.
Oh my god. Late
Oh
one.
my
Alright,
god.
I'm going to just quickly do. I just noticed a bit that it's got a lot of not green where green should be. But other than that, we're looking like a good point to call it good for now, because I want to take some pickies of it later.
Do you need to be picked up again? Is that? Come here, Mama. No? Okay. That's fine. This cat over here just doesn't know what she wants. You want to come over here?
This music
Wanna come
reminds
to
me
my
of
lap?
Steven
Is it-
Universe a little bit as well, actually.
Steven Universe?
Yeah.
I guess that kind of tracks.
It's like I don't know how to describe the genre of it, but it's kind of like, it's got like a soft piano key strokes, and then it's got like, I don't know what the instrument is, but it's like the woo 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 woo. It's like
I think that's something created digitally.
it's a digital noise. I know you can't really play that on an instrument, or easily, that is.
I don't know. Every time I listen to it, it just makes me want to play more Cult of the Lamb.
That's so fair.
So, but I have to hold off because I'm gonna play it with my partner. We're gonna play Cult of the Lamb together. And I actually heard once the expansion comes out, you'll be able to play either as the lamb or as the goat. You can pick.
I heard that they were adding sex into the game.
That they added that a while ago.
I know. I just remember
you can make babies. I just wish they would charge me for all of these upgrades they're doing. Take my money, goddammit.
Just buy merch off them.
Yeah,
Buy
that's what I gotta
things.
do.
Because, like, they're clearly, like, we're good.
There's like, so I thought it was interesting when they released a video that I watched. We're talking about Cult of the Lamb. I don't remember if I said that.
Yes.
So the developers of Cult of the Lamb had mentioned that like people had asked why they made their game couch co-op instead of multiplayer online, and they were like, well, if we wanted to make it multiplayer online, we would have had to like rebuild the code from like the bottom up. And if we were gonna have to do that, we would rather just make an entirely another game.
Yeah.
So we decided to make a co-op game, which is much easier to code. So they did that, and I was like, yes, I agree with this. I would like you to also make another game.
They probably will make,
especially
with how successful that first one was. They can.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much do whatever they want, and they'll have a hit, as long as the gameplay is good, you know.
Yeah, I think that like that hand-drawn, like the style,
the paper
combat
cutout style is great.
I like that it is. So I actually had a conversation with my partner recently because I was like, we were talking about roguelite, roguelite.
I think. Oh, now I don't know.
Take any cozy game, add evil, boom, success. Roguelite. Thank you, Gear. So roguelite, Lite. So I was like unsure. I was like, can you explain to me what a roguelite is? Because I keep hearing this word thrown around and I don't know what it means. I thought it meant like the top-down experience, kind of like a Diablo or a Hades. And my partner was like, no. And he explained to me what roguelite was.
Yeah,
I was
it's like
okay,
the gameplay loop rather than the style.
Yeah, so it was like, we were talking about, he mentioned, oh god, what was the one? He said that, like, Death Proof is kind of like that.
It is. It's a roguelite adventure shooter, but like Hades, the story progresses with the death.
Yeah. There was another game that he played that he didn't like, that was like, he couldn't get anywhere. He's like, the story looked really interesting, but like every time I died, it was just degrading.
You know, Majora's Mask is a roguelite.
It's choice that matters for every current run, but not permanent, so every game can be different. Yeah. So it's like, I was telling my partner, I was like, okay, so, because I know he doesn't like roguelites. He doesn't like that, like, if you die, you lose a bunch of like, stuff. I can't remember what that fucking game was called. It was the space one. You're like a woman who crash landed.
The one that's kind of like Dead Space that just came out?
It came out in the last couple of years.
Yeah. Inscription, for the first part of Inscription is technically a roguelite.
There is a good 200,000 roguelites out there. It was a recent one. Oh god.
Oh, no.
I need to look it up or else I'm gonna fucking explode.
Yeah, roguelite is kind of the, like, you know how MOBAs were really big for a while and then we had other genres? Roguelite is right now the indie darling genre. Yeah, roguelite deck builder are the two words that I hear fucking everywhere.
Oh, this is gonna bother me. Returnal.
Returnal, that's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. That was one. He downloaded that and he was like, he's like, it isn't like Deathloop where like I can expend some experience to like keep guns that I like and stuff like that. He's like, it just punches you down so hard. I was like, okay. Cult of the Lamb is kind of like a roguelite where that like
It's like
if
the
you
dungeon
die
run
while you're
itself.
experiencing the dungeon.
Yeah.
But I was like, but there are other cool like things to it. And he goes, yeah, I think I'll like it. So I'm fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I also it's funny in one of my paid games, my one of my players is like, you have to play Hades. Leia, if you like
Have you played
Odyssey
Hades?
of the Dragon, I haven't played Hades, and I'm apparently I know
How
I love
have
Greek
you-
mythology, and I
How
haven't
have
played
you,
Hades
who
yet.
is all over Greek mythology, not tried Hades?
Cause I'm not entirely sure how it happened. I think it's
You
because
need
I
to buy
heard
that
about.
today, Leia. No, I'm not
I
kidding.
can't buy it today. I can't buy it today.
Hold on. Okay, chat. How much is Hades?
I don't know.
Anyone want to gift Leia Hades if it's
Hold on.
cheap? Because
I have
like
to- I
we
have to
need
check- hold on, let me-
we need Leia to expect. Do you want to play it on stream? You can play it on stream. I'll
My
just
computer
chat.
would not be able to.
Oh yeah.
deal
No,
with
it's actually
it.
a really lightweight game.
My computer cannot stream. Like it was having a tough time with.
Oh, I will sit on call with you and capture the window. How much is it?
It's $12.49 on PlayStation right now.
Bugger all. It's I actually would argue. I would actually argue that my favorite platform to play it on was Nintendo Switch. Because it's a bit of a Moorish game that you can like pick up.
I like for my Switch, I tend to like Cult of the Lamb is probably the most complicated game I would like to play on my Switch.
Yeah.
I don't like, just because of the way the controllers are, and I am not great at distinguishing what buttons are supposed to be what.
Yeah. It's in the Steam Summer Sale too.
Oh, I don't think my computer cannot run.
It's 14 Australian dollars.
It's $12.49. Ah.
Okay, 14. It's $9.80 for us to get it to you. If you want it on Steam, it's $10. Would anyone like to give Leia a copy of Hades for $10? Because I cannot state how good that game is, and it will give you many, many hours.
Play it on Steam. I am not that good with my. I can't do that computer keyboard bullshit anymore.
Here we go.
I'll
Here we
give you
go.
$10 if you want it.
Anyone wanna get Leia? The Ko-fi's there. Go straight in the PayPal. I'll pick it up straight after stream.
Why does the stream element still says that my webcam looks like it's on its way out?
Okay, well I gotta delete that. So ignore the stream elements one. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, the Ko-fi's there, but yeah, it's such a good game. My Firefox isn't totally screwed, by the way. It's not letting me close any tabs, so I just have to keep opening them.
Oh no. Do I have a discount code? I do not have a discount code.
My God. Slay the Spire, I've also heard, is very good. I actually don't know any of these other ones. I know Vampire Survivors, but that's not really a game for me.
Which one's which?
A lot of roguelites. Oh my gosh, that noise.
Sorry. That was my computer. That was my email confirming that I just purchased.
What'd you do? You got Hades?
Download to console. I love the PlayStation app, man.
All right. Well, how much was it on PlayStation?
$12.49.
That's not bad.
Select edition. It's not
bad.
The problem is I really want to buy the new upgrade kit
for
Diablo 4.
You play like an hour of Hades, and then see if you still want to do that. Because Hades was all I played for a good 2 months when I bought
it. Diablo is gonna set me back $90.
Okay, well if you want a good money for value for money, play a couple hours of Hades.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
It is downloading right now. I have it. I will show proof. I've got the receipts.
You have to show proof. It's all right. It's just can't state how much you're going to enjoy that game. Like I know how much you're going to love that. That wonderful, wonderful game. Gosh damn. All right. Look, I'm gonna have to start going because I gotta pack all my shit up and then go to the docky dock. I gotta get a COVID booster. So.
You see, there you go. Hades. Time until playable 14 minutes.
Hey. Oh wait, Brittany's playing, but am I not following? We're gonna raid into Brittany Fenwick, who is one of the wonderful, talented artists over on her feeds, but also she's contributing to Castleton and her stuff. And we're gonna raid in real quick. I didn't know I wasn't already following her, so we're gonna go raid over there now. So thank you everyone for stopping
everybody for hanging out.
I might do a stream tomorrow because I'm actually really vibing this animation stuff I've been doing. And then check out on Monday, I'm going to be in person playing a game with the Let's Roll for Dragons crew, and I'm going to be playing in an Elden Ring themed one-shot. That's going to be really fun. So
It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of streams happening at the moment. So I hope to see you there. Good night, good evening, good morning, good rest of time zone to everybody. And we're gonna
time zone.
When I don't know where everyone is, I just be like, good time zone to you all. No worries. Hey, Dead, how are ya? Also goodbye. Have a good one.
Phoenix
just got Hades as well. Everyone who just bought Hades for like $10, enjoy the like 100+ hours you will put into this game. Just because you finish the run once doesn't mean you're done. You got to finish that thing at least 10 times to get all the story. At least 10.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you are in this game. And it will take you a while to beat it once.
Multi-storied or like
you will finish like act 1 of the story when you beat the first run. Act 1. Right. Anyway. And then you'll be able to get Hades too.
You'll be able
to get... See you later, everyone. It's gonna force me to go. All right, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
That was not good. Let's go back up.